it's Cowboy Bebop actually.
Yeah.
It's one of those like early like
Yeah, man.
entry animes. I know Ace doesn't like it. I don't know why. He might have just had bad taste in anime. I don't fucking know.
I agree. Yeah, so far, it's all been shit.
Yeah, what do you mean? Everybody has agreed mine is phenomenal. Since
No one has said
No one
that.
has said Ace.
Everybody Fuck it.
Alright, everyone ready?
Yeah.
Alright, and we're back to
Two cooks.
And
One server.
Yay! Third time's a charm.
There we go. Oh, well, everyone, sorry for the, that's all I can
It's
do.
been a while.
It's been a while,
It's
yeah.
been a real while.
Sorry about that. Life happens and shit. So we got a special episode planned for you guys. Today we're going through our favorite animes, or our top 10 at least.
Our trash taste.
Yep.
Fuck that shit.
Tomato,
Mine's
tomato.
superior to everybody.
Fun big game there, guy.
I got a pretty good list, and I'd really like to talk about it.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Actually,
Yeah,
as a
that's
matter of
fine.
fact, So the setup is going to be we're going to be talking down from our top 10 down to our, down to our number one all-time favorite anime. We're all going to start with our top 10s and slowly work our way up the list, and by the time we're done, we'll all be talking about our favorite one.
Or a ton of trash spots that wants to hear
Hey,
first.
before that, for our audio-only listeners,
I'm going to
let's
start off with,
Oh,
say your name.
Demetrius.
I'm Steve.
I'm Ace.
I'm Monty.
And I'm Chris.
Thank you all for joining us. Alright, so Max, you want to start off with your top 10 animes?
Okay. It's so hard to make these.
Number
ones.
10.
Yeah, number 10.
Let's
Let's go.
These were really
Yeah,
hard lists
come
to
on.
make, I get
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
You got this.
So number 10, I did Horimiya. Just because, you gotta add a few romance ones in
You
there.
actually have to. And it's-
No, you don't have
Yes,
to.
you do.
No, you
Yeah,
really
yes, you
don't.
You really
really
do.
do.
No, you don't.
Because you just don't like to experience
This
what
is
it's
why
like to have
mine's
adult
superior.
emotions. That's
This
okay.
is literally why mine's superior.
You don't?
He doesn't like to feel his emotions.
Yeah.
I know, trust me. If I was on the top 20, there'd be a couple in there.
Oh, the top 20. Okay.
I like Horimiya a lot.
Next episode.
Next
Top 10
episode.
romance anime.
Bro.
I only got 3.
Not alright.
That's my start from going.
What about Horimiya that kind of sold it for you?
I have one thing that I will do with the romance animes is that
Cry.
no, they always end with the romance. It is never like an actual them getting together and shit. It's like, oh, will they, won't they, and then it gets to last episode, they do, and then they never make another season of it.
I will say Horimiya didn't do that.
They didn't do that, and that's why I also put my
Yeah.
number 9 as Golden Time, because it was
Golden Time.
There were two romance
skipping
animes
ahead.
where they started
You're
with,
skipping ahead. Calm down. Calm down. You're only doing one.
where they
Alright.
like same thing for both of those shows where they got immediately into the actual good stuff.
Yeah.
And I didn't have to worry about it being like, oh, it ended, and now I won't see what the fuck they're doing now.
Yeah.
It's just
That's fair.
it's cool. I get to
Yeah.
see an actual thing happen instead of just come on,
That's fair.
do something.
No, that's
You're
not
not-
bad.
You're right there.
You don't want like
Now they're sad. and,
It's like an EDM song with nothing but build up.
yeah.
The boss was with no boss ever coming.
And then there's just no payoff. But
Yeah.
those two did
I
actually
don't
pay
think I
off
have
by the
any
end of it.
slice of life.
Yeah, Slice of Life's pretty solid. AD, what's your number 10?
So, my number 10 is a little controversial. It's okay because most people like it. I love it, but it's still number 10. It would be Death Note.
I don't think that's controversial.
No,
Oh,
for
okay.
so low on the
top
one to
list,
10.
I see that.
Yeah.
I'm about to say
Yeah.
it's a lot higher on a lot of people's lists.
Yo,
but it's
yeah,
definitely not
Death Note is
controversial
like
to have
one of
on
those
number 10.
gateway anime.
I think it's like
It's
number.
a solid anime.
I think it's
for
between
sure.
number 1 through 5. It's in the top 5 of my anime list top. Some
Yeah, so that's not that bad.
Usually. It was just, man, it was just a really good fucking anime. Not trying to have any spoilers for anybody that hasn't
Well,
watched
fuck
it.
that. This shit's been out for fucking how many?
But
It's been out way too long. Yo, they over here got Netflix anime
Yeah.
or
Hey, all I'm
adaptations.
gonna
of
say
it.
is, if you like demons, you like apples, watch Death Note.
If you like taking a bite out of a trip, then yes, go
There you
Death
go.
Note. Light Yagami is fucking psychotic.
Bro, that chip scene.
I'm gonna write it.
That chip scene.
He's one of the realest in anime. Yeah, I fuck with him. I mean, R.I.P. But
All right, you really didn't have to toss that.
All right.
you turned it off, but I said spoiler alert.
It's been like 8 years.
Yeah, it's been longer than that, bro.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been so much longer.
All right, it's been a
I
long
stand there been
time.
8 for the Netflix live action special.
Yeah.
The what now? That didn't happen.
It has been.
Yes, what?
All right.
So Steve.
All right,
Oh,
Mr.
well.
Steve, you got this, buddy.
Ironically or coincidentally, my top 10 or number 10 is actually Death Note as well.
Hey,
Nice.
there we
That's
go.
Look at
really
that.
there, yeah. It was
See? Look at
And
that.
why is it top 10 for you?
top
Or
10.
number 10 for you?
I like how like witty and smart it was. Like no matter what you thought was gonna happen, they always were like 5 steps ahead of the guy who thought he was also 5 steps ahead.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of like world building and like they plotted and schemed so well in that shit. It was just it's just a really done well anime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll agree with that.
And of
What is it
course,
called? The cat and mouse shit, man. Like,
Yeah,
that was a good part too. Yeah.
Between
Yeah,
Ellen
yeah,
Light,
yes, I loved it.
it's-
Bro, when he like read his gave up the notebook and like forgot all his memories,
That
and
was a boss
he
move.
still got the notebook back,
Yes,
bro.
One, the fake notebook
Like
itself.
the amount of,
was
Oh,
the amount of intelligence you have to like completely change your personality from a 180 and
Yeah.
forget all your
Yeah.
memories and then still get back to what you were in the first place.
not to mention that watch you had on. Like who the fuck would know you have that same watch on? Like what months later? Like Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, that's
I'd say from Death Note, it opened me up to a lot of crime anime,
Yeah.
like Psychopaths and etc.
Yeah.
Like that made me want to watch a detective
Case
take
closed.
down
Mhm.
like a perpetrator, and it grew me to like that dynamic.
yeah.
I love that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hands down.
All right, Ace.
Ace.
All right, this is number 10. Yu Yu Hakusho.
Hey.
Yo, this is one of my favorite fucking animes. It sucks that it's at number 10 because, like, in my head, it's higher than that.
Yeah.
So disrespectful.
It's not
All right,
disrespectful.
but,
Yeah, yo, 'cause,
but anime openings of all time, it's up there, right?
Yeah.
Smallville is the best anime opener of all time.
Oh.
I'm not gonna go as far as saying that, but it's
All
up
right, Ace.
It's
Why do you want to put Yu Yu Hakusho at your number?
All right, this man Yusuke is probably one of my favorite protagonists of any anime, if not top 5.
Black Air Force.
Yeah, all the Black Force energy. Bro.
Yeah,
Like this
man,
man want
he's
to box
funny
with
with that stuff.
everybody.
That's fair.
And like, yo, he doesn't give a fuck.
You're a mess. You're a mess.
This man, they have one of the best tournament. Actually, this anime made tournament arcs,
That's true.
and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
it's
That is
just
100%
one
good.
of
Not
my
once,
favorites.
twice.
Yeah.
Fucking
I mean,
twice.
the second one was
Yeah.
well, like the first tournament art was
Yeah.
fucking so
First
good.
one was iconic and definitely set the bar for what a tournament arc should be.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
And yeah,
Not to just like the
and they have
piggyback
just
on
such
yours,
great moments throughout that series.
not to piggyback on yours, but their tournament arcs were actually fights with, if you want to call them side characters, they were actual full-blown fucking fights with all these people. It wasn't just, hey, this person's going up and that person's going up.
Big
I would
facts.
say a
Yes.
lot of animes fumble that when they go to tournament arcs, they'll do sideline fights, and it's just like they don't
It's, like,
actually
really
show it, but
quick,
they'll have
yeah.
dialogue and story
Yep.
that happens with the main character that's focused on, and the fights aren't focused on. If you're gonna have a tournament arc, show us a tournament.
Yep. And every single fucking person in that fucking tournament fought.
Fought, and we got to see it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Through the fucking hands, called it a fucking day.
Yeah. All right, Monty, what's your number 10?
Alright. My number 10 is Air Gear.
Whoa, yo, hold on, yeah.
Now, under
No,
normal
no.
circumstances,
See, I love Air Gear, but
Yeah.
top 10, bro?
Hey, let the man speak. Let him speak. Let him speak.
Let him speak.
yes, it is in my top 10. Mainly because when I found out about Air Gear, I was big on Jet Set Radio Future.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Okay,
it.
Gotcha.
all right.
When I found out that, oh, hey, they have an anime that is pretty, actually, I believe, if I recall correctly, was actually inspired by
Yeah.
Jet Set Radio Future. So I was like, cool. Anime of my favorite game in a sense.
Yeah,
Shit, I'm about to watch the fuck out of this.
that's valid. No, I get that.
Not mad about it.
And
I'm
that's-
still in that formative
Yeah.
like time for like when you start getting into anime, but it's also like surrounding the same concepts as your favorite game. That's I can understand that.
Plus, on top of that, with the soundtrack being lit, and I also read the manga, and the manga was lit. It
So
kinda just,
good.
It just, it cemented itself in my top
I like
10.
that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, I like
No,
that.
I definitely agree with that, man.
Chris, what about you?
Yeah, Chris.
Oh boy.
can't
What's
wait
your
to
number
hear it.
10, Chris?
My number 10 is going to be Tatami Galaxy.
Nice.
Tatami Galaxy, it's an abstract art anime.
I've
But
never heard of it.
it's really good. I would suggest just if you want me to describe it, I would need my own episode of one.
Go
So-
with an open mind.
Yeah, go in with an open mind. It's definitely an abstract art style.
Again, that sounds
Ready
like
to
a
go,
lot of fun.
Snake. But I liked it for the sense that it had a lot of characters that called out stuff about myself that I didn't want brought to light. But watching it and really putting myself into the viewing experience of watching Tatami Galaxy, it calls you out for that shit. It brings it to light and it talks to you about it. You know, I think that's a very cool thing you can find in those type of anime. You know, they can call you out about your shit, have a talk with you about it, and see how the characters grow, and you can kind of reverse that and see how you can grow. You know, I think,
Gotcha. Sounds like you're on drugs when you saw this or something, because the realizations and shit, like call you on your own shit. But
yeah, I
then
was
again,
scratching my neck the whole time.
animes kind of can do that though. They have that power. It's weird, but they have that kind of ability.
Oh my god, Snake!
Yeah, so Max, number 9.
Okay. Back to that is Golden Time.
Yeah, there we go.
It's fantastic.
Golden Time. I was struggling to pick between Golden Time or Horror Me if I wanted to put a romance.
Yo, it's
in
Golden
there.
Time the bike.
No, it's
No.
about
That's
Golden
yeah,
Boy.
yeah,
Golden Boy.
yeah, it's about a guy who basically
Also.
like on his last day of high school
Yeah,
gets in a horrible accident and loses all of his
Those
memories.
Yeah,
And instead of trying to fit in with his family and his friends that he had previously, he's like, fuck it. They look at me like they don't know me anymore. I'm gonna make my own new life. So he basically
he
gets
drowns,
into college.
doesn't he?
No, he falls off a bridge and is
Bridge, yeah.
on the
That's
stones
right.
of the river.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Like what?
What?
Basically, after that, none of his memories don't really come back immediately. So his
Yeah.
family's just kind of sitting there waiting for him to come back, and he gets kind of tired of it. He's like, you know what? I'm a new person now. I want to live my life. So he
Yeah.
gets to college in Tokyo and completely moves away from his family and all of his friends to start a new life. And it basically it's another one of those romance things of meeting new people and falling in love, but it's also dealing with the fact that you are basically having a split personality now, where it's this
Yeah.
is me in my new life, but my old life also wants to come back and be himself again.
Yeah.
And it just constantly fights between the two of them. It's just really fucking good to watch.
It was a good watch, man. I will say that. It's been a long time since I've gotten into Golden Time and sat down and watched it, but it might be due for another rewatch because I know I have to be pretty savvy. I have to be emotionally available for shows like that.
It's also one of those shows where it's some of the characters are also I couldn't
Yeah.
get the girl that I wanted, so I dyed
Yeah.
my hair a different color.
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
No, it 100% is. It's another one of those things that calls you out about shit that you do. It's just
Yeah.
you look, you did that.
I wouldn't watch
Loser.
that shit. What? Don't tell me about myself, bitch. I'll turn you off.
I don't know happiness. I want joy. What is happiness?
There's just a lot of stuff in it where it's oh yeah, that happens in real life too. It's not just the anime romance. It's that actually
I
happens
get
in real
it.
life.
Yeah.
Stop making me be introspective. I don't want to be introspective.
Yeah.
All right, D. Instead of giggling, what's your number 9?
So my number 9 is Boruto. No, it's not.
Bro, honestly, I was gonna say, bro, we gonna fry your ass in here, bro.
Hell no.
All right, what is it?
Rurouni Kitchen.
Hey.
Yeah,
And the only
okay.
reason I put Rurouni Kitchen down is because it's one of those animes I watched when I was a child, and it's another gateway for me, not for
Yeah.
everyone, but it came on after Inuyasha and shit like that.
Yeah.
I would wake
I
up.
hope nobody else in Yasha.
No.
Yeah.
Yatsahime.
I really hope you don't have any Yasha on that list, bro.
It's really
It
bad.
really isn't. I try to rewatch Inuyasha. That shit's trash, bro. It's hot, or it's low mids. It's really
I
low
would give it a
mids.
4 out of 10.
Alright, sorry.
But Rurouni Kitchen was just, it was actually my first ever anime with swordplay itself. To see someone beat the shit out of you with the back of their sword,
Yeah.
and
Yo, this man,
he was deadly.
with Tosai.
Deadly.
Yeah.
The
Deadly.
Big Slayer.
Honestly, but I mean,
I will say there's not a lot bad about Rurouni Kenshin. Amazing manga, good movie, good live action.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's
There's really nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with that series.
It's
I
a
can
complete
understand it.
anime, but it's not the best sword anime. In the sense.
I'll agree with that, but it's
It's up there.
it's
It's up
gateway.
there. Yeah, it's
It's
definitely
top
up there. It's definitely up
It's
there.
definitely the gateway.
Yeah,
It's
hands
definitely
down.
the
It set the precedent when it comes down to like sword anime.
Especially with all the newer stuff now. Yeah,
Oh.
they base off that.
No powers and shit like that either. When it came
Yeah,
to his,
yeah, it's
like
true.
he just beat your ass with his sword.
That's fair. I
Like,
definitely
everybody.
like the dynamic too.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Steve.
Steve, you got this one.
Oh,
Number 9.
again, very hard making these lists because animes can hold very near to your heart. Putting a number to it is actually very difficult.
Will agree.
Number 9, I have Code Geass.
No.
So,
Okay.
That's kind of low.
I know it's fucking hard making
No,
these
see,
lists.
I know like what he likes to watch, and that's really wow.
It's weird, yeah. I don't like putting numbers to like what number, like how I feel about anime because it's so
Yeah.
intrinsic.
yeah, I'll agree
Yeah.
with that. Before I go into why you like it, tell us what you like it.
Again, it's kind of like it follows similar to Death Note, how it was such an intelligently written anime, and how you never really know exactly where it's gonna go.
That's fair.
Not to mention the animation was done very well.
Yeah.
Like some like other animes have like that really like cheesy 3D animation where it's like you
Yeah.
can tell
Bro.
the budget wasn't that well and they made it so in certain
I
spots.
definitely like
But-
mech animes. And
Yeah.
having like a political plot behind a mech anime, it gave
Yeah.
me Gundam vibes as well
or
as
like
just,
Zoids or so.
or well, so it's political wasn't
Yeah.
that really. I don't know. I can't remember. Was Zoids political?
It was
I don't
more,
think it
hey,
was-
I'm gonna buy this real quick and
Yeah.
then put it together.
I don't think
There was,
Gundam,
like, I'll
Gundam
make his
political
maze
was
or-
like military political.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Lelouch's political was overthrowing the world's government.
He
political.
literally was destroying the whole world.
Code
Yeah.
Geass has the best final arc. Of
Oh,
any
it ends
anime.
beautifully, yes.
Yeah, it's literally with the best ending I've ever
Now,
seen.
I'm not gonna-
Isn't there another movie coming out?
Yeah,
There's
it was a movie that came out. Now we're not gonna talk about it.
They did.
It really defeats the purpose of
Yeah,
the last
yeah.
episode.
Yeah.
It pisses me off, honestly.
I mean, like the anime was so good though, it was so addictive that people didn't initially
It didn't soak in.
they didn't soak into it, but at the same
Yeah.
time they were very curious. They were very eager to see what it was about.
That's fair.
But then once they saw it, it was like, it should just ended it.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah, that's number 9 for me. And of course, very hard putting this on the board
they all
in
are.
any place. But yeah,
Yeah.
number 9,
They
that's
all
what
are,
I'm
bro.
with.
Respectable. Understand.
Alright, Ace, what's
Alright.
yours?
Can we probably take this part out real quick?
What's up?
I feel like if we already said an anime,
No, that's fine.
you sure?
Yeah, man, it's your list. It's
Yeah,
your
okay.
personal list. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is more to
Yeah.
talk
Like
about.
I said, this is personal topic.
Yeah, honestly, it's
Yeah.
personal. You can tell us why it's on that place on your list. Yeah.
for you.
This is a relatively safe space, yes.
Yeah, it's a safe space. Steve.
Until it hits
You can
the
tell
internet.
us why Boruto is your number one.
Yeah,
Okay?
I really want this episode to blow up in all anime like.
Just don't have
Chats.
Rico
That
and
would never happen, by the way.
All right, Ace, please go ahead with your number.
All right, JoJo's. Number 9, JoJo.
That's
Every time that song comes on, I feel like
I love it, bro.
Everything about JoJo's, I wasn't one of the biggest JoJo's fans when like it first started up.
That's fair.
I tried to watch the first part for like the longest time. I probably will rewatch the first part or try to finish it like 8-9 times. And I finally got past it. And I get to that second part and like
Everything starts coming together.
everything starts
Battle
coming together.
Tendencies is where it really kicks
it's
off, bro.
best JoJo's and
What's the best one?
not Jonathan.
Joseph.
Joseph. Joseph.
What's the best part?
Yo, the whole bar scene where he's
No.
Yeah.
What JoJo's part is your best? Is the best part?
Oh, best JoJo's part? 2. Yeah. 2 is definitely the best part.
Cars.
I would say, the second half of part 4 is really fucking good to me, but like, yeah, the first half isn't that great. Like, it builds up the world really well. Like, the whole city is basically a
Like, you
character.
love, like, a
But like, yeah, I love everything about JoJo's. I think really what got me to finish the first part was the
How you
memes.
feel about that?
It was the fucking memes that really got me to like, yo,
That's fair.
I'm
That's what got
going
me
through
into
and
it.
I'm a truck to do this.
Well, apparently
And I
it's
love-
all a JoJo. Like everything's a JoJo reference.
It can be.
No, everything can be a
Hitting
JoJo's
JoJo's
reference.
It's
Yeah.
still a
It
reference.
is a reference in
I
itself.
will say the memes got me into it when I was young. I started watching like the original JoJo's and worked my way up. However, as soon as I hit like part 3, I went immediately to the manga, and it's just blown my mind ever since, dude. Part 4, man, I love part 4 so much. That's such a great pick.
All right, that's me.
All right, Monty. One sec.
Yeah, I was texting.
Yo, Chris, go.
This is my pass.
Yo.
The man's on this.
Anyway. So my number 9 is called Kill Me Baby.
Oh, that is
So you,
Oh yeah.
Kill Me Baby.
Oh yeah.
Explain.
Explain.
It's
Yeah.
an elaboration here.
okay, so
It's-
Kill Me
Kill
Baby
Me.
is pretty much an anime about these 4 girls in high school.
Sounds like an ex. Keep going.
Okay, so there's only 4 characters in the show. One is this normal girl, another one that's an assassin, one that's a laid-back ninja, and one that's an unused character. And it's
Yeah,
pretty much
that's
just
valid. Oh wait.
yeah. And it's pretty much just a bunch of dumb shit that happens between like all the characters interacting with each other.
Okay.
And honestly, what drew me to this anime in itself was the opening and the ending. Usually, that's what happens 9 times out of 10.
That
It
ass
comes out to be an anime.
opening music and ending music can really make or break an anime.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll
Really
say
awesome.
that.
Hands down.
Like a lot of my favorite anime on my list is mainly because of the openings
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the endings, or just because of the shit that happens in it. But
Or that shit that
Yeah, see, like Black
It's
Clover
beginning,
has some
middle, or
bomb ass
end.
openings, and I'm not a fan of Black
Black
Clover
Clover
like
has some
that.
of the dope ass openings. But we'll get into that whole different.
Yeah.
That's whole different
Ah.
Give it time. Give it
Yeah,
time.
So it's not on no one's top 10.
See, if it's on somebody's top 10, I'm not gonna judge them on it because I mean,
We can't judge it because it's
There's a
nothing.
couple that I haven't heard come up yet, but they did come up. I'm judging. And honestly, I'm gonna use this space to roast you. So,
Yeah, that's fine.
but yeah.
I hope
no.
it's me. I hope it's me.
But yeah, Kill Me Baby. I think I had just graduated from high school when I first saw this,
okay.
and it geeked the fuck out of me. And I was like, you know what? I really love this anime. This is dope. And it kind of just went from there. But yeah, no, that's my number 9.
Right.
Heard that? Chris, what you got?
For me, I think I'm gonna be the first one to do this, and y'all can hate me for it. I couldn't make up my mind. But they're both the same genre, generally. But it's Kaguya-sama Love Is War versus Nichijou.
Yeah.
Both are comedy anime that are like super dear to my heart because they kind of opened me up to what anime can do comedically and just have me rolling every fucking episode. Nichijou is just so fucking out there. It's just around these 2 schoolgirls, and every episode, three, you're right. 3 schoolgirls, a weird little scientist, and a robot. Let's be more specific.
There we go.
A wind-up robot. My apologies.
I'm sorry.
But every episode is unique. It's a different storyline. It's different stuff happening. But every scene is so delicately made, and it's all fucking hilarious. But
So
then on
it's
the
South Park.
dude,
Unless
it's like Anime Girl South Park. That's
Pretty
fair.
much,
Unless raunchy South Park.
Yeah, less raunchy Anime Girl South Park.
I love it.
That's
Uh,
my bitch.
I love it.
For Kaguya-sama, it's like pretty much the opposite. It's like an overarching storyline. However, each episode is kind of like Nichijou. It's individual, but it's about these 2 anime characters that are kind of like battling which one's gonna admit that they love each other, and it's watching them go from embarrassing moment to embarrassing moment without ever admitting that they were at fault or seeing who can get over on each other. And honestly, it's one anime of the year. I'm pretty sure for one of the years. Or for
yeah,
like 2
yeah.
of them. Yeah, 2021. Yeah.
I know a lot of people that actually
Yeah,
really
man.
like
I
it.
guess
This is my
I'm-
first time hearing about it, so
You
I'm
need
definitely
it,
check it
dude,
out.
please do.
Hands down.
Season 1's great. I recommend it hard. It's
Yeah.
great. But yeah, man, that's my number 9. So let's bring it right back down the circle.
Number 8.
Dun dun.
Oh, I hate
Sports
number
anime with this one with Haikyuu.
Yay!
Could you speak
Freaking
up?
Haikyuu.
Haikyuu.
What'd you say?
Haikyuu.
One more time.
You said low IQ?
Huh?
Oh,
Whoa! Have you watched Haikyuu? Yo,
It's so hard.
do not shit on Haikyuu, bro.
That show is fantastic.
Yo, it is like top 3 sports anime.
I don't know, man. Any show that kind of has like older women like feeding over teenage boys is kind of weird to me.
Have you seen Haikyuu?
You feeding over teenage?
Yeah, older women. Fuck. Hell, you over here trashing it anime for no reason. Hey, what you like about it? I want
It's
to
just a
hear it.
fantastic show. Like, as someone who doesn't really even bother to like watch sports in general, just to like be interested in somebody who loves a sport so much that you're like 5'2" and you want to fucking play volleyball and just like be the best at it, like it made me watch like I watched Haikyuu, it made me watch like Kuroko no Basketball after that too.
Yeah.
It's
I can
just like
respect that. It
That's
was.
only over this.
I can take
Hey,
that.
I'm gonna say if we're doing a sports anime, IQ and Kuroko would definitely be there, but Kuroko,
I was saying,
it doesn't.
4 of us were not being invited to that.
I will say, if Haikyuu was your gateway anime to get to like Kuroko no Basket, I'll support it.
Kuroko no Basket.
Can't be mad at it.
There are even just like funny sports anime that I like to watch. Like
There is.
I can't remember the name of it, but do you remember the dude who was like
Have you seen Eye Shield?
Eye Shield? No.
Fucking
Have you seen
so
the
good.
soccer one? I can't
The
think
soccer
of it.
one where
yeah,
the
where
dude
he's like
is-
super clean. He's like
Yes, that's
ADHD
exactly what I was
clean,
gonna say.
Oh, that one was so funny.
That video game is crazy.
He refuses to
What
get
the fuck
dirty
is
in
it
any
called?
situation, but
Situation-based
like
stuff.
in
He's
like
a
the
god at
last
soccer. He's a god at
Yeah,
soccer.
I know what you're talking about.
like in the
It
last
actually
hour of the game is
is
like the
not
only
soccer.
time he will bother to get dirty because he just needs to fucking win. I'm like, I love it so much.
Alright, I love that
I'm not
shit.
mad about that though.
Yeah, neither am I.
I'm not mad about it.
D, would you give us your 8?
My number 8 is my man Conan with Case Closed.
Oh, dude,
Ooh.
Kate's Clothes, amazing.
Mhm.
Please go ahead. I want to
Case
hear about
Closed
this.
was my first ever manga I read when I was a little kid. My
Yeah,
brother
me too.
Ace, obviously, he showed me when we were like when he was like 13, I was like 8 years old, and yeah, man, Case Closed was just crazy to me because I was in the library every other week looking for those volumes themselves, and they never had the volumes
That
all
you
in
wanted,
order.
or that you needed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You would
And
read
there's so
one.
many by this point too, you know.
Yes, but we said fuck it. I would read 1 through 6 and just be like, you know what, I'm going to 13.
Yeah.
You know, it was just awesome. It was a
And you can do that. You can really do that too.
and you would never not retain the information.
Yeah.
You know, so it was
Case
just
Closed.
all about.
What's Case Closed?
Yeah,
Case
I
Clothes is special, man.
It was just an adult, a teenager that just had what it was like bad luck or something like that, and he got.
He got like
How
they
did he
did it
go
to him
back
on
to a
purpose.
little
Yeah.
kid?
They did
Yeah.
to him on
Like
purpose, yeah.
someone like drugged him so that he.
Yeah,
It
he got-
was
yeah,
drugs,
he got
it was
drugs,
yeah.
yeah.
And then he would turn into like a 4-year-old, no, like a
Yeah, it
6-year-old
was like a
child.
6-7-year-old or some
Yeah.
shit.
And
I can watch the first episode of that anime 1,000 times over. It would never get old to me. It's so funny to me. I think I love it so
I love
much.
it. No, that's great. And then he would just literally solve cases about murders, man. Like it was a great anime altogether as a whole. And I don't even know if they have movies of that.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
like
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking about like live
Like
action
action?
movies.
No, no, there's
Uh,
not live action.
no,
I don't
never.
think.
Actually, I think they can do it.
That's a
pretty well.
Google search away.
Yeah,
I'm curious.
honestly, that's one that they could probably not fuck up too badly.
Exactly, they
Yeah,
can get away
I'll
with
agree
that.
with
Like it's
I'll
literally
agree with
just
that.
like a murder mystery with like a child. That's all you got.
Yeah, 100%.
Interesting.
Yeah.
A child in a suit. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Always fit
Yeah.
them too. Like, he was always good.
Yeah, that man was
Steve.
clean, man.
Steve, I would love to hear your 8. Please.
All right, it's kind of a horror, but Eureka.
It would.
Eureka.
What?
Eureka.
Eureka?
No. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Eureka 7.
Eureka
Eureka
7.
seven.
Yeah.
Eureka 7.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Not bad.
That's I have my own reasons why I like it.
I want to hear his first.
I want to hear yours.
Yeah, I
you
want to
know?
hear his first.
I don't even want to put mine out there because I'm pretty sure like it's just universal. But it's just good.
I mean, it was a really interesting concept, like just with the mechanized Zoids and the mechanisms and shit like that. And
Zoids today.
Yeah, he,
I
I think he likes mech.
Do you need
Yeah,
a
he might
Zoid?
just like
Should we
mech
buy you a
animes.
Should we buy you
Find
some?
one?
Yeah.
Honestly,
every now-
I'm
every
not
now-
gonna
See,
lie.
if guy has a Gundam, because I'll buy it.
Yeah, Japan,
Like,
Japan has an actual
giant-
Gundam now.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm
the
talking
giant
about
one.
small
Yeah.
yeah.
They devoted life and treasure.
All
to
right,
it.
all right, Steve, please. What
I
do
mean,
you like
yeah, I
about
mean,
this
the Gundams aside, or the mechanisms, or mechanized, the mechanisms, that aside, the storyline of Ghost was actually really good. Execution was really nice, and they had a core concept of these AU drives that they had embedded in their skin. I guess if people have those, that was a very interesting concept how they were gonna play that out. And
Yeah, I remember
plus
that.
the whole how they can actually achieve flight. It's
Yeah.
weird because there was no actual
There-
clear reason why they could do it. It was just assumed like this is how it just works. We take these things and yeah.
I vaguely remember the opening episodes to Eureka 7, and
Yeah.
it's just this kid that was in like a little butt funk of a town.
And he had this
And
one
like he had
spot
this
where he,
one
like,
spot, like,
yeah.
like the guy that was racing him had like a robot in his like his barn that he was
Yeah.
building, and like they never actually explained how they fly. I think it was off of love or some bullshit.
Yeah, it was
Something
literally
like that, yeah.
something dumb like that.
It,
Yeah.
it was something weird. I can't
Yeah.
remember. It's been years since I've watched Eureka.
They called it
was good.
airlifting and shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Had this
I
one
can
spot.
respect that.
Yep.
I definitely respect that.
Yeah.
Ace, please.
And he wasn't
You're
having
Hey.
You're 8.
Attack on Titan.
Let's
Yeah, it had some of the best openings. Yeah, we're gonna start with that. And then the actual backstory of like what's going on with Eren throughout this whole fucking series.
I'm gonna just stop.
And, like,
Don't ruin shit. for
Oh
me
my
right
god,
now.
this is honestly out of all
Ah.
the things I'm gonna say, this is one I won't spoil because the show's still going on.
Yeah.
And
That's fair.
I haven't seen any
Yeah.
part of the second half of the season. Not
Yo,
one
this
episode.
show is just phenomenal.
It's
I'm
good.
gonna leave it at that, honestly.
100%.
Yeah.
I agree with you though. I will let you know I agree
Well,
with
it's a
you.
fantastic
Okay?
ending.
Yeah, it was such like at the end of every season, I just felt like, man, I need more. Just
Yeah.
give me more.
It's crazy.
I'm very addicted.
Yeah,
man.
because with me and Steve, like there was a time where we like rewatched all this shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
And,
I was saying,
like,
leading up to the second half of season 4, I rewatched everything from season 1 on, and watching them separately doesn't do it justice.
It doesn't.
Watching what happens to our main character, the evolution of his personality,
Yeah.
it makes so much more sense when you watch it all in one piece.
Yeah.
And the big part, a lot
promise.
was slept on like the second season too. Like after
Second season was a transition,
Yeah,
and I
it
get
seemed like it, but
yeah.
like the first time
It
going
set
around
you up
because
for
it was
a lot
weekly.
of
But when
shit.
you watch it back to back, like
Yeah.
all that shit goes together so
It's
well.
so-
If your anime doesn't have character development, it's trash.
Agreed.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Someone has
Like-
DBZ on their list.
No, I took it off. I took it off. It was close though. I ain't even gonna hold it.
I'd love to hear Monty's number.
Hey, let's go, Mark.
So my number 8 is called Mawaru Penguin Drum.
Yo, let's go! It's so dumb.
It is so dumb.
Yo, please tell me the premise of this.
Yeah,
I know
So
nothing.
quick
I know
rundown.
nothing.
It's about these two brothers and a sister.
All right.
Apparently their parents are dead, and the sister is like terminally ill or some shit like that. And they finally get the okay to take her to a zoo, and they do that only for her to, pass the fuck out at the zoo.
Mm.
Take her to the hospital. They're like, oh no, she's dying. And they're like, what the fuck are we gonna do? And then all of a sudden, she gets this penguin hat.
Yep.
And she puts on the hat and comes back to life. And she gives the brothers a mission to fucking find this diary that can like change fate. And it goes from that into like a whole bunch of other reckless random shit that just happens.
With a penguin hat on.
Yes. also, they end up getting like these penguins like fucking delivered to the house. And each sibling gets a penguin. And the penguins do their own dumb shit.
It's literally bizarre. It's literally bizarre. It's
It
so
is
dumb.
bizarre as shit.
But it's a good watch. It's a good watch.
It's a good watch. Like I enjoyed it.
What's it called?
Mawaru Penguin Drum. Or if you type in
You can
Yeah, I'm
type in,
putting
you
it
can
on my
type in
list.
penguin drum. I promise you,
Yeah.
there's probably not going to be a lot of other entries.
Yeah.
But the main
Honestly, the
Or
only
just
thing I can think
penguin
of would be
anime.
Disgaea, just because of the fucked up penguin. Like,
Honestly, if you
doing
put
things.
in penguin anime, you're probably going to get Pen from Neon Genesis.
I got it. I got it right here.
Yeah, but
It's an 8 out of 10.
Wow.
But yeah, one of the main reasons
Not
why I
on the
love
list
this
now.
anime so much, well, one of the few reasons is one because I love penguins.
Yeah,
Honestly,
yeah, yeah.
it's because of this anime that actually kickstarted my fucking obsession with penguins.
Mm.
So there's that.
I-
And also back to like how I said before with like Kill Me Baby and whatnot, it's the opening and the endings that drew me into it, and it kind of just stuck with me. And from that point on, it's been one of my favorites.
I get it, man.
Like I even got a tattoo of like a logo from it on my arm. It was that deep.
I'm not even mad about it.
It
Hell
was
yeah.
that deep. But yeah, that's my number 8.
Okay.
You love what you love, my man.
Yeah, man, love what you want to love. Alright.
So Chris, what the hell you
I
got?
guess it's my turn.
Yeah.
Some shit.
I'm
Yeah.
about to say, honestly, it's some shit. My number 8 is Bakemonogatari.
Yeah.
It was a tie between that and Nisa Monogatari, but the series in general. I like a lot of dialogue. I like when dialogue is opted to be done really well in anime, and I don't think any series really does it quite like Bakemonogatari. Just watching how the characters interact with each other and how they talk to each other throughout, the expanse of the Monogatari series is honestly something that I looked forward to for a while. I would sit down when I was a teenager on my laptop because I didn't know how to stream it to my TV at the time. So I'm sitting there in my bed, just like laptop there, just like a little snack and a drink to the side, and I just watch and not peel my eyes off of like watching the Monogatari series on a trusted anime site when I was younger.
What do you like more about it though? Like, is it the dialogue that like sucks you
I'm not
into
gonna.
it?
So
Tell us
this
the
is
synopsis.
Yeah.
synopsis of it. Jesus Christ, it's another one of those things like the Time of Galaxy. But I can generally say that it's about a bunch of vampires. And it's basically lone man's interaction with said vampires, how they interact, how they get over their feelings, their day-to-day lives.
So the dialogue is more like explained and just
the
like glossed
dialogue.
over.
The dialogue is not skipped over at all.
Okay.
Every person that interacts with our main character, which kind of varies from time to time, is unique in its own separate way.
Okay.
I will say, if you like sitting through dialogue and learning about the characters and let them get into delve into each other's psyches, Bakuman Monogatari is the anime for you.
Okay.
It's a hard series to get into and out of,
Yeah.
but it's worth it once you get into it.
I like that explanation though.
All right, back around again.
Max.
With the number
seven.
seven. Hey guys, we're already done with 7. Let's go!
Let's go. We're going through 3 each. So I put Nura, Rise of the Yokai Clan. Oh yeah.
Watch it on Netflix.
It's just like
I saw when it came out.
I do have a love for demon animes and stuff like that,
Cheers,
and
man.
just like the style of yokai yakuza is just fantastic to me. It's one of those shows where I'm so disappointed that it only got 1 season because I read.
Did it get 2?
No, it's just one.
Was it? Oh.
It might have been 2, but
I think it was 2.
it might have been, but it was one of those ones where it
Yeah,
ended
you're right.
really early.
Wasn't it 2?
I think it was 1.
But it was split up.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I watched the entirety of it. I read the entirety of the manga, and it just gets so much better even after that. Like the seasons that they did are just kind of like a build up of what it could have been,
Yeah.
and they just never got into the amazing stuff that it could have done after that. And
I always felt like they could do more with that series.
I agree.
even the style of Yakuza members have those full back tattoos of all of that stuff. They even put that in there of since he's the main character is half human or
Yeah.
3/4 human and
Yeah.
1/4
I like
demon.
how it went from because didn't separate the demon entities from the regular world. It actually had them mesh, but the blood whittled down as
Yeah,
went down.
so
and it was 2 seasons.
you go back to the fucking samurai era, and it was fully
Yeah.
everybody knew that yokai existed and stuff
Yeah.
like that, and as time goes on it just kind of disappears.
Yeah.
Even with Yakuza back tattoos, they have the main character gets an abilities since he's half human, he can literally equip members of his family to adjust his weapons, and
Yeah.
whenever he does that, he gets a personalized tattoo on his back of that specific person
Yep.
that can just build into a wonderful collage of the people that he works with.
I think it deserved to be hashed out a lot more as an anime. I
Yeah.
don't think they hashed it out like they should have, but it was one of those that had a decent enough storyline and cool enough characters where it deserved it.
Uh-huh.
It
It was just a really good anime. I loved watching it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for when I watched it.
All
All right,
right, D.
yeah, D, please give us another bad tip.
Number 7.
My number 7 is.
Yeah, this is all old school.
I know, right?
Yeah, always.
Respect.
No, we're tons.
Naruto Shippuden.
Okay.
And the only reason why I said Shippuden.
I don't know about respect.
I said Shippuden.
Oh, that doesn't make it even better, right?
Yes, it does.
See, if you would have said regular Naruto, minus the fillers,
But
I'm all with it.
Let's hear it.
I'm all with it. Let's go.
Yep.
But no, like I said earlier, I love character growth itself. So when it comes to character growth in Shippuden, it definitely hits harder, but then it just dies down at the end because we can go on a whole different fucking video of how the hell Madara lost to motherfuckers that he beat.
Alright, let's go
Clearly, exactly.
No. Let's
We-
go
we-
back
I'm
to-
saying-
Yo, just tell me what you really like. Yo, to put this on your number 7. Yo, you're telling me all the bad stuff, all right?
I just personally liked it.
That's fair.
Yeah,
We can't take
I can't take that away from you, but you can't take away the whole second half of that series. No, you can't take away. You can't say this is your series and then say the back half of your series is trash.
Unless I do this,
Like, yo,
say Naruto Shippuden Part 1.
no, but you didn't say that. Yo, you came out strong with Shippuden.
Part 2.
I've never seen less impactful deaths in anime in my whole entire life. And
I will say,
Honestly, I could
Shippuden,
give
had
a
some
shit
of the
about
most
Right.
fire
Right, thank
anime
you.
fights.
Like,
Yo, it
that's
had
like
some
a
really
major
fire
part
moments.
of the
like
very last of
Pain.
the episode.
Yo,
Yeah,
Pain, like destroying
It's
fucking
fine.
Konoha. Yo, that panel was.
So what's wrong with it being 7? Because I have animes that are better than Naruto, in my opinion. That's my opinion. Exactly.
Yo, everything that you said before this, you had nothing negative to say, but then you say this one and you give it
I
straight
felt
up.
attacked.
You should. That's
I was being a white woman in 2020, okay? You attacked me very viciously.
Alright. Anyway,
You like Naruto, and we're gonna let you live with that.
Yes.
I respect your
I like it. It was a great anime, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I respect your
Wait,
choice.
you didn't say you like?
I never said I liked it. It was a great anime.
But it's really top 7. Why is it in top 7?
Like I
Steve, take it away.
I respect your
Steve, please take it
Respecting
away.
the anime. There's nothing wrong with respecting an
I'm
anime.
about to say, I
Not
swear to God,
like it.
Steve puts on Naruto right now.
Hey, yo, he'll say first part.
Number
First half.
7, Boruto. I'm kidding. No, it's
Stop doing that. You're hurting my heart.
I'm gonna do it even harder now. Samurai
Stop,
Champloo is my number 7.
Oh,
Actually.
yes, sir.
Yep.
Talk about it.
Samurai
Wait,
Champloo.
actually, poetry snaps. Everyone,
R.I.P. Nujabes.
R.I.P. Nujabes.
Yep.
Wow.
Honestly, it's just a really cool anime. Like, it's just
Yeah.
done up really well.
Some of the coolest sword fights you'll really catch.
It really
in
is,
anime.
yeah. And that's saying something good, like with Samurai 7. That's a fucking anime with some amazing.
Ew.
You don't like it?
No, I
No. See,
No, okay.
I heard so much good. I heard so much good.
Properly,
I heard so much good about that. I want to go.
Samurai Champloo is
It's Samurai versus
amazing.
Mechs, dude.
Yeah.
You can't really kind of.
Isn't it an isekai too?
No.
It's
Well,
not
that's what I'm
isekai,
thinking
though.
of. The samurai with the isekai.
That's a good question.
Drifters? No.
I don't know.
No,
Well,
Drifters. Wait,
yeah.
he's probably thinking Drifters. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, could be. I think so.
He's probably thinking Drifters. Maybe
Yeah.
not Mechs, but it was like
No,
Samurai.
not Mechs,
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
Samurai
Samurai
Champloo,
Champloo.
amazing story. We
It's
can
a
all agree
fantastic-
that.
yeah.
Amazing
Oh,
soundtrack.
it's solid.
Amazing
Basic soundtrack, yes. The soundtrack is second to none.
And
for
we can
animes.
talk about
Or
characters.
it's up there at least.
We can talk about characters and how they stayed true to themselves, but
Yes.
also how there's slight development. It's
Yep.
not like they
Every time.
had.
It is
yeah,
good.
it's not great.
It's not like they had 300 plus episodes just to have no development. Naruto. But
Whoa.
Shots fired.
but it's like they had 24, and you can see the small quirks of them and how their egos slowly die, but how they come to accept their circumstances.
Hashirama.
One guy learned how to read, alright? That's a big
That's
character.
a big jump, bro.
You said you didn't care about Neji's death. Fuck you.
So did he.
Alright?
You're outnumbered here.
I don't care about Neji.
Yeah.
Like,
You're outnumbered here.
Neji was fucking off. You know what?
How was he awesome?
Hey,
No.
Hey,
Neji was his boy from back when they like the spider shit.
That's cute.
Yeah, that
He
was
still got
always his
punched by
boy.
Naruto who dug
Yo,
a hole.
it was.
Alright,
We're not talking about Power
This
Rangers.
is good.
We're not doing that. We're not doing about Power
Shadow Clone
Rangers.
did.
Inside
Shadow
track.
Cloning then dug a hole straight up.
Alright, so yeah.
Ace for you.
Please, Ace,
Alright, Ace, what's
Alright.
number 7?
Yeah, it's already been said already, but Death Note.
Yep.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that shit holds a heart or
Enough said.
a dear to my heart.
Mm,
That's fair.
Also does hold a heart though, you know.
Yeah,
There is heart in there.
there's a lot of heart in it.
Yeah.
Now, whether it's a good heart or a
Yeah,
bad heart, that's up in the
It also
air.
stops
the light.
It literally stops a lot of
Also,
hearts.
just on a side note, I just want to give a shout out to the creators of Death Note. They also made the series Bakuman, who kind of like
Yo,
details-
Pokemon is so
it's-
underrated,
it
bro.
details the life of a mangaka and
Yes.
like the current like environment that
I
was.
read
at the time
the whole
that,
series.
Oh, was
Yeah,
that
I
the one
was
where he
coming out.
couldn't get married to the girl he liked until he made it?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
essentially,
love
Wait,
I
what?
love that
Yo,
show.
even
He
though
basically
she
did.
was like okay to get married with him, he was like,
Yeah.
nah, I
Well,
had
I
to
also
get.
don't know what it is.
I had to
so
get
you
famous.
explain to
No, it
them
was
the
like
anime.
they made
Yeah.
that promise to each other.
No,
and
that's not part of
So-
our series.
So it's not part of like the 7 or anything, but I just want to give a super shout out to the creators.
Yeah,
of Death
100%.
Note.
Yeah.
Not so
But-
much for the most recent one that came out. It was okay, but
You talking about the little one shot
Yeah.
thing they did? Yeah, it's
Huh?
whatever.
Platinum.
I thought
yeah,
it was
Platinum
kinda-
Men, Platinum Men. Yeah,
that
it was okay.
that just looked bad.
It was okay.
No, it was just okay.
I'm probably gonna read the manga, but I'm not.
I don't know why they did that.
But Bakuman was an incredible series that really opened me up to like learning more about what manga
What
do.
goes through, what
Yeah.
they go through and shit.
Yeah.
I was
The
saying
amount of
Bakugan
effort
at
that you have to
first.
put through
I was
that
like,
Yeah.
are we
There's
really
a
talking
lot.
about
Yeah.
Hey, what the fuck are we doing right now?
All right.
Yeah, we
Molly,
already talked
please,
about
go ahead.
Alright, my number 7 is Puella Magic Madoka Magica.
How do you like that episode number 3?
Don't even get me started on that. I legit,
Mommy!
the first time that I saw episode 3, I stopped watching that shit for 2 years. 2 whole years.
Yeah, I'm.
Was it
yeah,
bad?
hold on, no spoilers, no
Yeah.
spoilers.
Okay, I'm
I
not
would
gonna
say-
spoil shit. I'm
I'll
not gonna
say
spoil
episode
shit.
3 can break a man. Episode 3 can break a man.
Because it legitimately broke me.
Y'all should all watch this if
Seriously,
you
watch
haven't.
List, what is it
Madoka
called?
Magic.
What's it called
Madoka
again?
Magica.
Well,
It's actually
You
spelled
can just
kind
put
of
Madoka
weird.
Magic.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
spelled a little weird.
But long story short, it's a deconstruction of the magical girl like genre in
Yeah.
general.
Yeah, bro. It's
You start
more than
watching
that.
it and you're like, okay, cool. It's about to be a bunch of magical
Madoka
girls doing
Magic.
magic girl shit,
Yeah.
and then it just goes downhill from there. That's all I'm gonna say.
Because I
Yeah.
heard about the third
So-
episode like a little bit, and like I went into watching because I just recently watched it last year, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah. And then the
Oh
movies.
my god.
And then the movies. Well, the first 2 movies were pretty much just retellings of the
Yeah.
anime itself.
But
But
they
then
gotta
the third
do
movie,
one, yeah.
then the third movie came out, and that shit was just on some other shit also. So honestly, that entire series in general was just
It's
fucking
nuts.
And like the way the art and shit looks, like you wouldn't.
It makes
think.
it feel like it's just a normal magical girl series.
Bro,
It really does.
They just compared it to Elfen Lied, so I'm just. I want to watch it now.
I highly recommend it.
Before anyone roasts you, Elfin Lead.
Lead, lied.
Lead line.
Leave lies,
Bro, I
land.
got tore apart
I'm
that
American.
one time, bro. I'm American. It's fine. Like,
But yeah, that's my number 7, mainly because
Solid,
one,
solid.
that series itself fucked me up, and the
What type of
opening.
magical girl are you?
all right,
What
bro.
kind of magical are you?
Yeah, Monty. What type of magical girl are you?
Don't just single him out. We all got to answer.
I know. See, like it's one of the questions of the
Deal
series.
to the left.
I
Versus
don't
know
next,
this yet.
stand
I don't know
smash.
this
Sit
yet.
Are we
down.
going by Madoka Magical standards? Because I'm the one that
Yeah,
dies
yeah.
early.
Yeah, we're going off the Madoka Magica fucking standards. I would have to say fucking.
What's your one wish?
What's your one wish?
What's your one wish?
Ooh.
Damn, y'all gotta come back to me.
Chris, what's your number?
Number
Number
7. One that was really impactful when I was younger watching Toonami. Fully Cooley.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Fully
good one. That's
Fully
a-
Cooley.
Are you including like the newer shit?
Absolutely
or whatever?
not. But we're talking about the original with Haru.
The original
you know,
5
yeah.
episodes?
Yeah,
Classic.
I think it was like 5 or 6. Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck is talking, bro?
Yeah.
Why is Darimba talking to me?
Why are you
It's
talking,
a,
Ruba?
no, it's that fucking
They have
robot
their
from
own
Fully Cooley. What do you
opinions.
mean?
Sentient.
Yes.
Like, fully coolly, what? What are you talking
Fully
about?
Cooley. What do you know about that? Cootie cootie.
Please be quiet.
No.
Please stop talking.
My top 10 in order.
I will say
Yeah.
for Fully Cooley, it's one of those things that you watch on Toonami that you stay
Yeah.
up for.
Yep.
And you hope
Exactly.
that you catch all the short episodes in a row so you can catch them all in like the same general 4 or 5 weeks, you know?
I don't know if you guys. I didn't know there was only 5 episodes.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
short.
So
Only
on
5.
occasion, I would catch it and be like, I would miss one. And
Yeah.
be like, oh man,
Yeah.
I missed one. Then a few weeks later, I catch the same one. Like, oh, if I tune in again tomorrow night, I'll see what I missed. And I
Right.
tuned in, and it's one I already
Yeah,
saw.
exactly.
And it fucked with me. I'm like, wait, there's only 5 of these things?
So,
but
Toonami-
bombastic color palette, it's bombastic scenes for like when they fight.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack to it.
Oh, yeah.
by far.
The pillows are
concepts talk-
amazing band, yeah.
Concepts talked about. I mean, it's all just a metaphor for sex.
More or less, yes.
Yeah, or for
Yeah.
for preteen feelings when you like prepubescent feelings and shit like that.
Because that wasn't a horn. Alright?
Yeah.
It wasn't a horn.
It's all about puberty. And by the time those people are watching Fully Cooley, they're either going through it or fresh out of it, so it's all something they could relate to.
Yeah, I mean, that, and it was a little
And
like.
horror is
obscure.
fucking hot as shit. It made me.
Yeah.
I love toxic women.
And she was a very toxic.
And a woman that'll hit a boy with a fucking bass.
That's not even the
Over the
worst
head.
part. She
And then have him be like, what?
I still love you.
Like, what?
That's not even the worst part. She turned his dad into a vibrator. That's the fucking part we also. Yeah.
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 She definitely grinds.
Oh, yeah,
on
that's the
his
part we
skin
hate.
more.
I hate that part.
Oh, I don't hate it. I'm just saying it's like, yeah, it happens.
That happens, 100%. But yeah, it's like that. It's that coming of age shit. You know.
Yeah.
Again, by the time most people see it, they're either in puberty or fresh out of it,
Yeah.
and it was impactful for that. Love Fully Cooley.
They aired it on Toonami perfectly. Yes.
Yes, they did. 100%.
Oh,
All right.
Yeah.
All right, number 6,
Yeah.
back to the top of the order.
Number
Number
six.
6 is Log Horizon.
Ooh.
Oh, God damn it!
How'd you feel about the most recent season? Or season?
To be fair, I
Holy
watched like
shit.
the first 2 episodes and I haven't.
That's all I was
Same.
mentioning.
Yeah,
Yeah, same.
likewise.
That's why it's number 6. It's a show that I love and it's fantastic. The fantasy genre is my shit for like TV or video games or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So getting caught inside of like an RPG video game is
Yeah.
already just like a great story
Yeah.
I feel that.
for me. So I mean, it's
Bro,
just
the first season is beautiful.
it's
Like,
fantastic.
I'm actually mad I don't have that on my list.
I might not change. I might end up swapping it. It's always like that.
For 2.
It's always back.
Very cool.
Yep.
Like, it's one of my favorite.
I want
These
to say
guys.
I have seen that, but
Like,
I've seen
no,
so many
it's-
animes
it's
over the years.
in my top 3 favorite anime guys.
It's really good.
Let me see a cover to see if I've seen
Plus
it.
the fact that a show that got canceled for like what
It's so.
3,
It was like 4 or 5 years.
4 or
bro.
5 years because
Yeah.
the studio shut down
Oh my
and then they
God.
still
Yeah.
got that
So
shit
We
long.
out.
can say
Nice.
the same thing about World Trigger. They both came back around the same
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, World Trigger's so good.
Uh-huh.
I liked World Trigger. I struggled to get back into it because I like with Log Horizon, I need to watch the first
Yeah.
couple.
I've
seasons
seen
to
Log
get back into it.
Horizon like 5-6 times.
I
Yeah.
couldn't do that.
Like Log
Yeah,
Horizon
it's so
is that
good,
one
bro.
anime that
It's
everybody
so-
wants to have.
I enjoyed it, but I ain't gonna sit here and like lie and say I'm
Yo,
gonna
from
watch
that,
it.
and I watched that bridge. Yo,
Oh, dude, the bridge. Wow.
Anything in French is like either mid or so
We're not
fucking
gonna
hilarious.
talk about
No,
it.
we're not.
We're talking about a bridge series. That's a whole different.
Yeah, that's a whole different time.
We'll leave that one alone.
Yeah.
So Log Horizon is like that one anime fans like dream anime where it's like,
Yeah.
oh, one of my shows got canceled. Holy shit, it's back.
Back.
Oh my god.
It's
Like
back.
there's
Oh
so
my God,
many
it's back.
animes that people want like so many more seasons of that are just never gonna get it. So it's
Yeah.
nice to actually see like that shit happen.
And just
Yeah, it
stumble
kind of
upon
sucks. Like, the
randomly,
new
too.
season
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
didn't have that same feel.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
only 2 episodes in, but I
It's
don't know.
not
I
the same
agree
film.
so far.
Like, it's okay. Like, it's
I'm
not,
gonna need to rewatch
Yeah.
the first couple seasons.
it's not the same.
Yeah.
All right, D, please. You're
So-
number 6.
I'm piggybacking off of what Max just said. Your shit gets canceled and then comes back. Mine is Bleach.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's go.
okay.
Let's go,
Hey.
baby.
Let's go.
It's not even
Let's go,
to the
baby.
point like we don't even know what the fuck's happening. We know what's happening, but we want to see it in animation now.
100%.
Like it's. I loved Bleach. I fell off of Bleach after Aizen. Everyone did, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a really
Like,
good
it totally could have
series.
just finished after I
Exactly.
Like,
We
yeah,
all would've
I would have.
like-
Honestly, I thought it was ending.
Likewise, that was before I really got into a lot of manga. I hadn't read the Bleach manga up until after I finished with the main anime series. I was like, oh, there's a lot more.
But then that's when they fuck your face with filler, and then they just
It's,
keep
it's not
fucking
even the
pushing
bout.
it.
Or it's
Like-
not bout.
What blows my mind the most is how they actually pronounce Iwachi's name. It's Yuhabaha.
Oh yeah, you played it earlier.
They haven't-
Honestly, I'm waiting on the anime to actually drop so that we can actually hear how they pronounce this shit.
Yeah.
So then we can be like, cool, now we have a standard.
Yeah.
Fuck all this fucking what you think it is.
I was
This
also
is what it is.
I was
Yes,
also
sir.
okay with like Ulick or something like that.
Y'all walking some shit like that.
Y'all walk. Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah.
going for. But
You
Bleach,
want
they had that.
Motherfucking Kimpachi with a
The-
Bankai, bro.
What was it? It was like save the damsel shit, but fuck the damsel when she gets saved. Now we're gonna wreck these motherfuckers out here because y'all put her through some pain, and so I'm trying to kill all y'all. And it was, I think it was 3 after that. Yeah, it was Grimjaw, your
Mulkior.
Yokior,
Yeah.
and then Aizen. Like he,
They did
well,
good job. So
they-
there
I-
you go.
no spoilers, but we all know how the Aizen shit
No, they didn't.
panned out. 'Cause- But I'm just saying, man, I just one of the baddest motherfuckers in anime history. I'm just putting.
My man
Yo,
is
this
fucking-
man,
my man is a
Isaac, yo, he had the
My man
best
is a
fucking reveal. Like, if nobody was prepared
Yeah,
for
that
that
was the
shit.
best fucking.
Aizen
Yeah,
was
yeah,
a
like, yo, when he came out and took the glasses off, bro, he was like, bro, this man turned into another man. Hey, yo, a whole other person.
Everyone should theorize. No one knew.
Yes,
No, what's up in
nobody
this shit?
knew.
He was like, "There's nobody sitting at the top, so I'm gonna take this shit."
Exactly.
What's up?
Hey, Momo, you like these glasses? No, you don't. Boom, spirit pressure. Oh, everyone's dead. Like, what?
Bro,
I'd say amazing choice for
Thank you, thank
I
you.
respect that.
Steve?
Amazing choice for 6.
All right, number 6. It's been said already. Attack on Titan is number 6 for me.
Can't go wrong with it. Why do you
yeah.
choose Attack on Titan?
I mean, what else can I say? It hasn't been said already.
Why you like it?
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, Eren
Yeager.
Yeager. He does come up with a little bit of like a little whip in the beginning, a little drama queen. I'm not gonna lie.
Who's your favorite character in Attack
That's
on
a
Titan?
good fucking question. I mean, how can you really pick? Potato
What's your,
Girl
what's
comes
your
to
favorite
mind.
Titan? What's
I
your
was
favorite
about to-
Titan?
Oh,
Who's your
rest in
favorite
peace.
What's your favorite Titan?
Favorite Titan. I mean, Attack Titan is like a general like badass Titan to have, even though like for the first 2 seasons, like a little brat is basically
Yo,
about it.
Jaws.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Card
Jaw-
Titan.
Yeah, no,
Pika's
fuck that.
best
Yo,
girl.
Jaw.
Pika's
Yeah,
best girl.
fuck that. Yo,
Card
Jaw
Titan.
Titan.
Card Titan's
Jaw Titan. Jaw Titan in the fucking manga,
You
bro.
want to shit your dog?
Yeah.
I love Pete. Don't get me wrong, but I gotta go with Armin and fucking Colossal Titan. I gotta go with the Colossal Titan.
Colossal's a solid Titan.
I'm not mad at
All
Armin,
because
though.
of season 4, part 1, when he came up in that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was a
All because of that
bad-
one
was-
scene.
Wait,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. Wait.
I know that's what I'm
No,
saying.
yeah, we
saying-
can tell you, we're talking about season 1. You know, spoilers.
Or season
I didn't
4
say
part
that.
Said,
2.
nigga, what do you mean?
I didn't say what happened.
He said armor.
No, here's the thing. I said
Armin.
fucking
Armin.
Oh, Armin.
Armin.
Oh, all right.
Like it's been
Never mind.
out long enough for them to know who's what at this
Yeah,
point.
honestly, I don't
I'm
like
not about to
Armin.
spoil
I
what's
like
about to
Armin
happen.
in the beginning of the series,
I'm
and then
here for
Really?
it.
I think he got better.
I thought he got
Right?
worse.
What? What now?
Is season the final season 4?
It's
Yeah.
starting
Okay,
to get
that's
yeah.
what-
But it's 2 parts. But
It's
it's
2
2
parts.
parts.
Gotcha. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like, nothing on season 4.
Yeah, I haven't seen.
I'm here
second
for
half.
it all.
I'm not for any of the side characters
Give me a
in
week.
season 4.
Give me a week.
Because they barely last that long.
What happened, bro?
It's Attack on Titan. Any side character is liable to die at any time.
That's very fair.
Very
That's
true.
very
That is
true.
very
If
true.
any anime actually, no, like more than
Ah,
more than any anime,
Alright,
more than any
Let's talk
anime.
about Naruto.
Oh, more than any
Side
anime,
characters.
yeah.
More than any anime.
Facts.
Because they can literally just grab you out of the fucking thin air and just eat you.
All right. I
Thanks.
appreciate your number 6 pick.
Thank you.
Ace.
I appreciate you for your
Yeah, rest in
pick
peace,
for number
Erwin.
Thank you.
Where we at?
Number 6.
Six.
Number 6.
Six.
He didn't write any of them in order. I looked at his sheet earlier.
Yeah,
It's not like 1, 2, 3,
chicken
4,
scratch.
5.
Chicken scratch.
It's like 1, 4, 5, 3,
He
2.
wrote down a bunch of animes that he
I did that
loves
too.
and was
All
like,
right,
no,
I got it.
No, I'm gonna set the process.
All
What's your
right,
six?
so Kogias. Yeah, it's already been said. It's already been said.
It's a solid anime.
Was
bro.
it you that said that, Steve?
I did, yeah.
that's
that
right.
was number
Yeah, you
9
said it
for me,
earlier.
I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
But
good
like,
anime.
I have it a lot higher because one, I felt like the end of this story was it just hit me way more.
It was a great ending.
It
one
ended
of the
very
perfect-
beautifully, yeah.
And it had one of the great starts. Like I watched this after I watched Death Note,
Mm-hmm.
and like I wanted to find another anime that like had that fucking mind.
Yeah.
Fuck. Like like somebody was like doing that chess match,
Yep.
and it was just beautiful to
I will
me.
say, one anime recently that kind of filled that
Excuse
hole
me.
was Moriarty the Patriot.
Oh, so good.
I loved it a lot. I liked that.
I don't think it's on the
Sherlock
same
Holmes-
level. These.
It's not even close.
Yeah, it's not even
I
close.
mean, it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
mech by far. It doesn't have that cool.
This
action.
is one of the first mech animes I actually like.
Yeah.
Because I'm not a mech fan.
But I definitely, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm a
a
fan.
slut for mech, and I'm a slut for detective versus villain.
I
And
think
I
you
like
should-
when villain gets
I
over.
And I love all the political shit in it.
Yeah.
I love the way they do the different Gyasses, the little backstory, history, and stuff. Really love the way they do Britannia
Yeah.
and the 11s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it's just so it's a 9 out of 10 for me.
Nice, man. All right, Monty.
Very nice.
So my number 6 has already been stated, but it's Nichijou. Or My Ordinary Life for those who can't pronounce it, like me. So, but yeah, no, honestly, when it comes down to this one anime in particular, other than the
Suplex
opening,
and ears.
it was 100% the principle of German suplex. That scene alone, also the one with fucking
Unbreakable Pumpkin.
the Unbreakable Pumpkin, the principal German suplexing a deer, fucking Mia, one of the main
A
characters.
deer?
Yes.
Yeah.
A deer.
A deer.
The dog bites followed by the laser beams that came out of their mouths.
Or the one, or
What
fucking
are we talking right now? Like, what's going on?
Okay. So
You just need to watch it. No, you just need to watch the anime. We're not going to give them scene by scene.
I will show you the scene later.
Yeah.
I will show you that later.
German suplexing a deer.
Yes.
After losing his toupee.
That happens
No, that happens after he German suplexed the dude. That's right.
I'm
Yeah.
here for it. I'm here for it. I'm
Let me
here
see.
for it.
Principal German suplexes a deer. Fucking Unbreakable Pumpkin. Fucking Mio. Fucking beating the fuck out of a goat. Her friend.
No,
and a
that-
police officer.
It's the alligator.
And random ass
No,
movie.
it's the alligator death roll.
Alligator rope.
Alligator death roll. Of both a human and a goat.
Like honestly, just this anime
I
alone.
had to throw the human in there.
Yes.
Like this anime alone just has so many different moments in it that are so fucking hilarious that I just couldn't help but follow.
They had a whole entire Sky Citadel kingdom. It's a
So how many
nuts,
fucking trips is everyone's here? And
it's a nuts anime, man.
like 7:15.
It's fantastic.
Still haven't heard from that.
Oh, it is so beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful.
It's fine.
But honestly, between that and like what Chio School Road, but
Yeah.
honestly, My Ordinary Life has that beat.
I'll agree
So
with that.
that's my number 6.
I'll agree with that.
I put it on my playlist, so
Yeah, man.
I recommend.
I recommend it hard.
I will show you what I'm talking about, but I recommend.
he's like, you're gonna see somebody get
You gotta
Suplex, please. That's
Hell
like
yeah.
one of the least parts too. Like it's.
That's tame in comparison to some of the other shit that happens.
All right, Jesus Christ. All right, that. Chris, 6.
Number 6 is a more recent one. To Your Eternity.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Amazing animation. I've read the manga, but it's a tearjerker for every arc. I don't want to spoil too much because it's recent, but
Shit, not even fucking art. First episode.
at first
Yeah, I
episode,
saw the first
episode, and I bawled my eyes out.
It's
I'm not
just
too ashamed to
beautiful.
say that. But you can grow attached to watching a character develop, watching how they grow, especially our main character. I am going to say this much. It's an entity sent down from a creator that pretty much adapts to our world and experiences it through whatever he absorbs, or he or she, they, whatever the fuck.
Just learns.
Yeah, it just learns through the world, and it's meant to experience the world. And through those experiences, I cry.
I would say like
That's
that
one
one.
does.
But
I
this-
will say
This is
it's
the anime with the wolves, right?
Wolf. Yeah,
Yes, gotcha.
yeah.
Yep.
I will say, man, from episode 1, you're kind of gonna get the tone for the story. It's like that throughout. You watch our main character grow. You watch him evolve. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah,
It's
no,
literally
100%.
evolve.
Yeah, he literally evolved.
I saw
Yeah.
the first episode and that shit broke me. I was like, I can't watch this right now.
I caught it when I was emotionally available. I
Same.
left that anime
Literally.
emotionally unavailable as shit. I cried all my tears, bro. I felt like a country fucking song. I was like, fucking slashes, tires and shit.
Eternity. Okay, it's can't be that bad.
Oh
And-
no,
and-
man,
and
it's amazing. But there's so
shit-
much love and care put into each and every character that they build up just to watch them
And then,
get torn
like
down.
the second half of the series, you think these, or
Mhm.
after a while, you see these characters, and you think like, all right, there's like some major ones just start dying, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, all right,
Yeah.
like you get over that part, and then like you sort of grow, like
Yeah.
you get like 3-4 episodes now
Yep.
with these characters, and you think, finally he found these people that are going to be with. and then they die.
And then they die.
And I'm like, holy shit, bro.
But I will say-
like, well, fuck you.
I will say it's all about that acceptance thing, and it's all about our main character's growth. The entity that comes down, his name is Fu, or Fushi. He comes down and experiences it. He's known as the Immortal, but he pretty much takes on the love and the identity of each of these characters that pass on when he's nearby. And it's so gently and carefully done, this whole entire series. I
Bro,
love
when they
it.
had that time skip.
Yeah, oh my god.
All
Badass.
right. Yo, number, what we at, 6?
Yeah, well, it's one
No,
to five. We're down to five.
five.
If I think about
Number 5.
if I
Yo,
think about-
let's get off this. Yeah, like, yo, I can't do that right now.
Alright.
Let's just go to the good childhood moments with Pokemon.
Oh, all right.
Pokemon.
Gotta catch up, bro.
One that
Like, genuinely? Pokemon? Like, I was trying to think of it for like a long time of like, what was the first anime that I ever watched? And I was like, what did I start watching when I was like 15, 16, something like that? Like,
But you had to
Japanese,
think back young.
like subtitled anime, like I knew for sure that I was watching anime. I'm like, no, it's fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I started watching anime when I was like 5 years old.
Oh,
I was like,
100%.
holy shit.
Yeah.
It's just your childhood. That's all that I gotta say. It's my childhood.
Like, there's really no explanation needed when it comes
Yeah,
to Pokemon.
100%.
because,
Yeah,
yeah,
this
Pokemon
is
is Pokemon.
flexible.
That's,
Like,
That's
that's
right.
who doesn't know
Yeah.
Pokemon?
Exactly.
There's no
This is
explanation
still
needed.
going on.
Facts.
Like Japan's national mascot is Pikachu.
Yeah.
Like,
Ash finally won a fucking championship.
it took him 20
Ah,
years.
everybody shits on, like, it forgets about the orange.
The Orange Islands.
The Orange Islands? Like, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
Where,
he won that
Where
shit.
Charizard
Wait,
slept. Charizard let him down.
He won that shit. Yo, he won that, though.
Pikachu crawled into Dragonite's mouth just
Yeah.
to shock the shit from him.
Yeah.
He won that.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, Orange
People
Islands
forget
was a
about it.
clutch.
He also won the
Yeah.
Battle Frontier. Didn't he?
Cute.
That, he may have won the Battle Frontier, but he didn't win the championship.
Because Battle Frontier, wasn't that when he picked, Pikachu picked up that, Bolt Tackle?
No, that was the Sinnoh League.
Yeah, that's right, that's it.
Battle Frontier was when they went, like, it was like the Hoenn region, but they went back to Kanto.
Alright, yeah.
Let's just put it out there so everyone can hear us that Ash Ketchum should have a level 9,000 fucking Pikachu right now.
And bitches.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be the age of 10, but you know, he's doing it.
Ash is
Yeah.
every employee's wet dream. He is a dude with fucking 20 years of experience.
Alright,
Alright.
He's a child. He has a wet dream. He has a wet dream.
He has 20 years of experience.
This motherfucker has a whole, let's say for the Kanto region, a Tauros, a Snorlax.
He has-
Yo, he has dragons.
Horde.
Yo, he has dragons.
And he don't use none of them.
Yo, he has a Snorlax.
I went to a new region. Let me get this new Pokemon that I just
Yo,
found
this
out.
man let his
It's a
Pidgeot
Charizard.
go away.
Fucking Pikachu, a whole horde of Tauros, fucking a Dragonite.
Yo, he has all the starter Pokemon.
Fucking Gudra. Which
A
is
Charizard that
itself.
hates
Yeah,
and loves
bro.
him.
Gudra is a pseudo legendary, bro.
Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Fucking Chicory, and I think Meganium actually.
Did he get a
Yeah.
Dragonite too?
No, he got a Dragonite, yeah.
Yeah.
100% got a Dragonite.
That man has pseudo legendaries for days. And he's
And
still
he's they're chilling in your PC, motherfucker.
Bro, that's I would have grinded in one force until I was the ultimate trainer. And then you have this motherfucker spanning it out over fucking 20 years. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Like, Gary, how old are you now? Like, are you still trying to beat me?
I feel like
Gary's is one rival that actually did grow.
No,
Yeah, right?
speaking
Oh my
of
God.
Gary,
He's a professor now.
Does
Like, he's got
anybody
all
else-
his lab
okay.
coats.
Does anybody else remember
Really?
when Gary had 10
Hold on,
badges?
Gary has a.
10
Gary
badges.
Hawkins
My man had
has
10
a
whole
There
badges.
was only 8 in the goddamn region.
That's what I'm saying.
How old is Ash still 10 years old?
Exactly.
He should be. He's
Great
like
question.
11 now.
He's
They aged him up
38.
like 1 year.
He's 38.
I will say. I will say.
Alright,
man,
next person, bro.
Wait, I got one more.
No, it's not because
Pokemon,
my
bro.
fucking fifth is Pokemon. Let's go. We're here, bro.
Alright, so tell us why.
Yeah, tell us why.
But look, Pokemon was like
But what?
the start of my Game Boy adventure when I
Yeah.
came to
That
facts.
too,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like,
I have my Game Boy Advance and Pokemon Crystal in my car right now.
Yeah.
What
I
did
just-
Yeah, remember when we used to fucking go to, or use Jesse's fucking Game Boy?
Yep, that
yeah,
trade art
yeah,
shit.
Yeah, trade art shit.
Look.
And we used to borrow this shit just to play.
the fact that we had Game Boys Not
Yeah.
the Game Boy
Like,
Color.
literally
Yeah,
the
All
gray
that
screen.
bitch
Yeah,
is
the gray
It's
screen
single
shit, bro.
over, and you're sitting like
Yeah, the
this.
fucking the link
Yeah.
cables.
Yeah,
Link
Yeah.
cables, bro.
the transfer over.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Yes,
that,
sir. It was
sidebar
awesome,
combo,
man.
but you want to help me trade some Pokemon so I can pull out the Generation 2 Pokédex soon?
That's fine.
I
Yeah.
got my link cable. Alright,
Okay,
bet.
yeah. I might have to work on it. It's been a while since I've
I
been
just need
starting
to
those
trade some Pokemon
make
over
friends
and
happy.
trade it back. No, I'm
Yeah.
just kidding.
games. Oh, just to like level them
Yeah.
up and evolve them.
Yo,
That's
side note,
fine,
has
yeah.
anybody played Arceus?
I
I
have
have-
not.
yeah.
Honestly, I don't want to get too sidebarred by Game Freak as a development company now. They're on the right track, but for a AAA fucking title, there was hardly any budget put in that shit.
I'm just saying, when it comes to
what I want those
Pokemon,
games to be like
that
open world,
game looks
like kind of style.
fucking
Yeah.
ridiculous.
One thing I will say about it is though I love the fucking memes and videos that pop up
Yeah.
from it.
Just from watching Pokemon just
Like-
beat the fuck out of people.
Like there was,
Yeah.
like, there was one.
And
like,
so many
I
other
came out
like,
last week.
That game looks phenomenal to me.
It's
I've
good.
watched the videos, I've seen what they're doing, but
Yeah,
there's
from
so
what I hear, it's more about catching Pokemon than
Yeah.
actually.
So if you ever
Right?
played
Yeah.
Pokemon Let's Go, where they have you like constantly catch the Pokemon to like level them up,
Yeah.
it's like that, but they also added in like Pokemon battles and trainer battles and stuff like that. So it's like you can just run around an entire open world and just constantly throw Pokeballs and just catch however many Pokemon you want. Or you can actually like choose to battle the Pokemon that are out in the open
Yeah.
world.
You can try to catch a Bidoof.
It
But if you
reminds
ain't paying
me
attention, the
of
birds
the
are coming behind.
fucking Zelda
Yeah, you
game.
can literally like your
I
like, player
watched-
character itself can get attacked by Pokemon.
Yeah, I watched a small clip of a dude throwing a Pokeball to like catch like a Mareep or some shit like that, and a fucking Toxicroak comes in and whacks the ball away
Yeah.
and just like
He
comes
looks
in.
at him, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Like,
yes.
Like there are like campsites in the world, and if you take enough
But
damage,
it's
you will
like
like
Zelda,
go
dog.
unconscious and like wake up in like. A
Don't tell me
campsite.
that Pokemon
Yeah.
game is not like Zelda. It's a
So
fucking
we
open
can all
world
say
Zelda
we
game.
love
Yeah.
Pokemon. I understand
Well,
why
that's-
it's on our
Alright.
top tens. Please,
Pokemon.
Steve.
Steve, give us all
Might
Pokemon
not
world.
be Pokemon.
Alright.
Please not be Pokemon.
Steve.
Pokemon!
Check them all. It's gotta be Bop actually.
Yeah.
It's one of those like early like
Yeah, man.
entry animes. I know Ace doesn't like it. I don't know why. He might have just had bad taste in anime. I don't fucking know.
I agree.
yeah,
Yeah, so far it's
so
all been
far-
shit.
Yeah, what do you mean? Everybody has agreed mine is phenomenal. Since
No one has said
No one
that.
has said
Yeah,
anything.
everybody has said phenomenal.
No one has said that.
I heard those words.
In your own head.
All right,
in
it's
your
all
own voice.
canon. Ace is delusional.
It's okay, Ace.
Yeah.
We have the best one.
I need
Says
y'all, the
Ace to
viewers,
Ace.
to say if I'm delusional or not. I
All
can
right,
only
Steve,
believe the
please go on
interwebs.
why Cowboy Bebop is a great anime but a terrible live action.
Let's not
They
get
never
into
have.
live.
Yeah, we're not talking about live action.
Let's not
Right?
get into
No,
live
we're
action.
just talking about his favorite anime right now, right?
I mean, Gravity was a great anime for 1 star.
What
Yo,
is it?
how is the cigar already broken in the pack?
Thank you, already broken the plaque. Don't do that.
Should I pull it out? It was like this, it was a bend. But anyways, yeah, I really like how they
Right
it was
there.
very
Nope,
futuristic
nope,
anime.
nope, front door.
Very futuristic anime, but they didn't have anything really take place on Earth. I like that part.
Yeah.
They were very open. They had Mars, they had the moons of Jupiter, they had fucking moons of Saturn in there. They didn't have Earth at all. I thought that was a very interesting concept. I liked that a lot about it. Nice catch.
They did have Tijuana in there though.
It's time to blow the
They-
scene.
yeah, they had a little- they
It
had
wasn't on Earth, but they did have Tijuana. That's what
They
they
did.
Oh, this is jam.
Yeah.
Do-do-do-do-do. Every time.
That smooth
Dude, Tank
jazz.
killed that opening.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
it's
Talk about brass section, murdered.
That was an amazing opening.
Ooh. Yo, hand me the
And
small
closer.
box. Hand me the small box. Continue.
Hey, guys, so we're doing an unboxing as well. Usually a lot of people have to pay extra for this, but please.
Not here. That's
We need to
You need to
complimentary.
follow for that.
Are we doing a number 5?
Yeah, we're on fives,
Yeah.
aren't
Oh,
you?
alright, alright.
You're the only one that hasn't kept track.
Yeah, I've
Your
been drinking
paper's
more
out of
than
order
everybody
as
else. Yo, it's so out of order. Yeah, my number 5, I don't give a fuck what anybody thinks, but overly cautious hero. Hey, overly cautious
It's
hero.
so funny. It's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
That was pretty
Yeah,
good too.
it's so good. Like, yo, he makes me, where like, this is the first anime I felt like, this is what I would do in a
Why is
video
Steve
game.
fucking up so bad?
This is literally what I would do in a video game. And
Big facts.
when this man, did his highest spell on this demon to destroy him, and then did it like 3 more times to make sure he was dead. Like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. On the slime, he does this shit on a slime.
Yeah.
And he destroys it because, like, he just doesn't know for sure if it's dead or not. He may come back and try to attack him. Like, you just never know.
Tournament shit when he kept.
No.
You're talking about that Demon King or whatever.
Now the scene that set it in stone for me when it came to Overly Cautious Hero was when they was running away and they ended up going back to the fucking God realm, and fucking old girl was on top of him, and she was like, "Oh, okay,
Oh my god, so
And he just reaches up and grabs her, and then throws her against the wall. That right there set that shit in stone for me. And then the slime thing happened.
It's great. It's even such like it's so funny just like to watch him do his thing, and then like time goes on and you're just like, oh, he's fucking hilarious for doing all this shit, and then you realize like, oh, there's actually a reason why he
he's-
does
Yeah,
the
at the
shit that he
very
does.
fucking end, yes,
Yeah.
bro.
It just makes that entire show even.
Actually,
better.
this is one show I'm not going to spoil because I really want
Yeah,
people
no,
to
like
watch
honestly,
this.
if
It's
y'all
so
look
good.
like if y'all looking at Overly Cautious Hero, I would highly recommend y'all do that.
Uh-huh.
The show is actually pretty fucking lit, and it's hilarious. So honestly, 2 for 1, it's a win-win.
Oh yeah.
100% win-win.
Yep. Alright, so Monty.
Monty,
Alright, word. So my number 5 is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Right.
Hey.
Now,
Oh,
as
yeah,
to
you said
what I
all.
would consider my favorite
That's
part,
all.
I am going to have to go with part 5. I gotta go.
Golden
part
win.
five.
Let's go.
Golden
baby.
win.
Giorno Giovanna.
Yeah, that show was actually pretty clean.
Gio,
Yeah, like,
Gio.
That shit.
I want to say it's Gio. Like I
You
love
gotta
it.
actually
I
watch
love
that
it.
part.
Part 5 was my shit. And I think honestly what really set it in stone for me when it comes to part 5
Bro.
was when I found out that
Dance.
the ending
Was
fucking
Jodeci's
Jodeci
freaking you?
Yes.
All right,
Bro, when I heard that shit, I was like,
Story-
are you shitting me?
No, like, there's a story behind that. So,
Oh my
fucking, we was at NecoCon, which is a convention that's out here in Virginia,
Hampton,
whatever,
in
out in
Hampton,
Hampton. And we were just chilling in the hotel room one night, and we kind of watching Tsunami because why not? We got TV, we got cable.
And the dub version of Part 5 JoJo's comes on.
The very first episode.
Yeah.
So they're showing the first episode. At this point, I already started watching JoJo's because of the fucking Dio memes, and also I love the sound effect that
It's me.
fucking the world makes
It's
when
me.
it stops time.
Zawarudo.
No.
But anyway, so like fucking, I'm watching the first episode because it's on, and I'm like, fucking, why not? And we get to the end of the episode, and we hear "Freaking You" by Jodeci starts playing,
We both turned our
and we
heads
both
at TV.
literally
Just
looked at
like,
each other, and we're like, wait, what?
what the fuck?
Ain't no fucking way. So I had to Google this shit just to make sure that it's not some like dub change thing. Or
Yeah.
whatever.
Nope.
Nope, that's 100% "Freaking You" by Jodeci. So I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. So at that point, I was like, okay, well, I gotta catch up with JoJo's now.
Also, there's no better reason to like JoJo's Part 5 other than freaking you as the ending.
Bro.
Like the first,
Yeah, no,
first
it-
part, they had me a roundabout with the ending, and then after that, it kind of just went from there.
Yeah.
And then honestly, kind of just fell in love with JoJo. So
Chill. Alright.
yeah, 100%. Like there's a whole compilation of it on YouTube that I listened to, and that shit was. I have fun with it.
Yeah, man.
Also, Dio's addicted to dogs, so.
Dio beats dogs, yeah. Valid.
Valid.
My man walked in and was like, "I'm gonna be addicted to everybody. God allowed me to exist another day, and I'm gonna make it everybody's problem."
So,
I didn't understand what we was on.
so to everyone that watches JoJo's, you gotta get through the first 2?
It's not even getting through it, dude. They're good
If you-
experiences.
If you're gonna get through-
I'm
if
telling
you're-
you, like,
if you're
the
gonna get
first,
through anything with JoJo's,
first part is
if
pretty
you're gonna
rough.
get through anything with JoJo's,
I mean,
it's part 3.
it is only
Part
like
three.
6 episodes.
Part 3 is dope.
It's
a
lot.
The
It's
first
a
one
lot.
is
It is a
slow as
lot.
hell.
And I will say, Part 3 is where you get a lot of the non-Dio memes, except for the last
No, part 3 is good for the second part of
Yeah.
the first part of part 3.
All right, yeah, I know. That's fair.
Yeah. And then part 2.
Don't understand.
It's around 20.
Part 1 of Part 3.
Yeah,
Not
it's-
Part 2
it's
of Part 3.
episode 20
Section
of
4,
part
Article
3.
5 is where it's
second
It's the Bible.
Yeah, 20 on is so good. It starts off with a game of poker.
I will say there's no.
It's
Yeah,
very
if this game of poker is one of the fucking best episodes of anime
I will
I've
say
ever
there's
seen.
no bad episode to Part 4. So, anyways,
Alright,
A
so
lot of
Chris,
people beg
what's,
to differ, but
oh.
we'll
Yeah,
continue.
I was gonna say that
Let's
too.
Chris, what's your part 5? What's your number 5?
What's your
Chris?
part 5?
that's my Part 5.
Number 5.
That's my number 5 pick. It's gonna be Bakuno.
Okay.
Ooh, I love
So,
opening that.
if you like Immortals, Alchemy, Gangsters, Mafia, Italy. It's the fucking anime for you, dude. So I love Baccano just because soundtrack, character, speech. I think you won't find better voice acting to like get that giant like bombastic extravagance that you'll see in like mafia gangsters and like mafiosos anywhere else other than Baccano. Maybe a little bit in Hitman Reborn, but
Not the same
not
level.
the same
Not the
level.
same.
But it's based around an alchemist that comes up with the elixir of immortality. A bunch of people take it back in like the 1700s. Fast forward 200 years, a couple people re-meet from the immortals that took it.
Yep.
They end up creating another one.
All right.
This time it gets spread around the town, and a bunch of mafiosos end up taking an immortality elixir, essentially. And it's really fucking cool.
It's really
It's an amazing story.
That sounds great.
It's a caper
Highly
story.
recommend
It's like a crime caper story. It goes back to that fucking fetish I have for that shit.
There's
I love it.
there's also this one idiot couple that are always trying to pull
Yeah.
off some schemes, but
Yeah,
the
they're
fucking
yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, me too.
Out of all the characters, I love them.
I will say, if you like that type of mafioso type show, and you like a little bit of mysticism and fantasy put into it, you
Highly
can't go wrong
recommend.
with alchemy and immortality as the doubles for that.
Baccano, highly
Yeah,
recommend.
Baccano. Please go for
And
it.
the opening's a banger.
And opening's a hard banger. Max, please, with your number 4.
Number 4.
My number 4, I put Trigun.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Perfect.
Very nice.
It's just fantastic. Like, I'm not so much of a fan of like Wild West kind of stuff in general,
Yeah.
but like
But Vash the Stampede's a cool
Vash the
character.
Stampede is
My man is
fantastic.
bananas.
Like,
Also, his weapon, the giant cross. Please. Come on.
Yeah, this man. Yo, you just
Um,
out in the fucking desert with this giant
Is
thing.
Striking a shonen?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
Kind
I
of.
think
kind of.
I would think
Wait,
so.
actually,
It was
no.
by-
It's,
it was
I would
by
say
Shonen Jump.
It's a sign-in. It's a sign-in.
It was by Shonen Jump.
It's a Shonen Jump.
So-
However, the geared audience isn't like 8 to 16. It's more like 18 through 25.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So like
So it's a sign-in.
it's like a futuristic Wild West story. So it's like it's set in like the Wild West of like America, but it's on like a completely separate planet.
Oh, sign it. There we go. Sign it.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, it was actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a sign-in.
So there's like advanced technology and like
Yeah. There's adult concepts in it that make it a
Yeah.
sign-in. Yeah.
yeah. But like it's mostly just Vash the Stampede.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shooting shit. So.
Man,
The most wanted man in the world, but
Not a single body.
not a single killer.
Right?
Not a single person
Right,
killed.
dude.
Like it's fantastic.
My man is a fucking.
And
man.
watching him go on that tightrope, that whole entire series of is he going to kill or is he going to try to stay,
Like,
you know?
Is he? No.
Yeah. And that whole entire emotional and mental battle between Vash the Stampede and himself,
Yeah.
especially once he meets his rival towards the end, like that was
Yeah.
nuts.
And
I loved it.
like even just the lengths that he goes through to keep that, like when you finally see
Yeah.
what his body actually looks like
Yeah.
after being so long,
hmm
like it's just amazing to see somebody go through that much effort to not kill someone.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with that. All right, D.
What we at?
Number
five?
4.
Four?
4.
So number 4 is actually a recent anime.
All right.
Let's go.
The Record of Ragnarok.
Ooh.
I love that shit.
Yeah, you got the most hot takes I see.
I think, it's cool. I think it's cool that you like it.
I love the manga. The anime
Yeah.
didn't do it. that
Manga
much.
was
The
solid.
manga
Yeah,
is
see, I don't
crazy.
even like the manga that far. Like, it's cool.
Anyone?
Like, it made me want to go read it, and then I was like,
See, the only reason I like it is because I do love history itself, but I don't like history when it comes to like Call of Duty and
So you
playing.
don't. So you don't like
games,
accurate
you know?
history. I get that.
Technically, yeah. Honestly, no bullshit.
No.
Like
I get that.
I hate learning while I'm playing a video game.
I love lore.
Like,
I love lore.
True.
Yeah.
but like
Lore
to throw
stuff.
some like history and some type of mystery into it, have them fight someone they'll never fight in their fucking life. It's just beautiful. Like I love that shit.
I don't
The
know.
whole-
Watching Zeus fight Adam.
No, not even. Like that was cool.
That's cool.
But
Jack-
like,
Just as
like, the
an
Hercules
example.
and
Versus
Jack the Ripper.
Just an example.
Shit
Just
blew
an
my
example.
fucking
You're gonna see
mind.
Adam
yo,
from
did
Adam
they
and
finish
Eve
that?
fight Zeus. That's
Yeah, they did finish that.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah, that's where they finished out the first
Yeah,
season.
alright.
That's where the first season was done. Yeah, and then
Poseidon's fight, right? With
The second
Yeah,
season.
that was the
starts
second.
with-
That was the second fight. It was
They
third fight.
finished
It
it
was
with them going into the
Hercules.
fight, but they
I didn't.
finish
Yeah,
it.
they didn't finish the Hercules fight,
I
right?
remember
No,
that.
They didn't
they
finish
did.
that fight.
Because that's the only reason I want to watch that
Hercules,
show. I just want to
he
watch
died.
the Jack the Ripper fight. I've
And they
never
didn't
watched
finish
it.
it.
They didn't finish it.
And I haven't
They
even
didn't
seen
finish
it.
it.
Yeah,
They
Was it
started.
anime?
Yeah, with the
Yeah,
anime. With
the
the
anime?
anime.
With the
they
anime,
actually-
they did
That's when, yeah, that's when this
They
began.
had a weird,
Right,
they had a
yeah.
weird end to
Yeah.
that season.
Yeah.
They had a weird end to that season. I don't know
Yeah.
why they
Yeah,
did
it
that.
was so weird how they did that
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
But the anime itself, like when you, no, not the anime, the manga itself, when you're reading it, you're
It's
like,
Baki with gods. I
Holy
don't know,
shit.
whatever.
Like, pretty much.
It's a Netflix Baki, but with gods.
Yeah.
but it was still, it was great. Kind of like Greek mythology itself. So
Kinda wish
with
I
that
put
being
Baki
said,
on
like
my
fuck,
list.
that was everything I wanted in an anime.
I would have put Baki the Grappler on my list, maybe.
Yeah, first the first series.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first half, not the new
Yeah.
Netflix shit,
Yeah.
but like the first
Although
half.
the most
That
recent,
new
Oh my
Netflix
God.
the most
Yeah,
recent
the
Baki-
Netflix shit's whatever. It's okay.
so the
Oh,
Baki
because you
series-
peed on him, bro?
So there's
Like,
three.
that
There's
shit-
three Baki series. There's
Yeah,
Baki
there's
the
three,
Grappler.
yeah.
That shit
There's
was trifling.
Baki.
bro.
There's Baki the Grappler. There's Baki, and then there's Baki Hama.
Yeah.
And Baki the Grappler and Baki Hama are not bad series.
Hama was fucking trifling.
Yeah.
Are we talking about Yujiro? My man
Yes.
Yujiro?
He was
Yeah, I'm literally
trifling.
getting this man on my back, bro. Like, yo,
right.
Yujiro is the hardest
all right.
fucking.
We're
Yo,
gonna wait
I don't give a
till-
fuck. Yo, I can talk about Yujiro all
So
day.
I like
bro,
that you
you're
like
still-
Records of Ragnarok.
So
I think
Ragnarok.
it needs some polish to it.
So regular Ragnarok, I personally love Greek mythology itself. So when I saw the whole Hercules thing, one the Hermes and
You just
her-
like tournament arcs.
Huh?
You just like tournament arcs.
I mean,
Because
yeah,
that's just one giant tournament arc. That's all it
It's
is.
literally just a tournament. arc.
I do, but at the same time, the humans themselves get blessed
Yeah.
by the
Valkyries.
Valkyries, and they have these special powers when you're just like, what the fuck?
It's not
Like,
even
with
such a
Jack-
power. It's more like enhancements on themselves.
With Jack, that was special powers. I don't give a fuck.
Well,
what you say.
apparently they're already busted as it is.
Yeah,
when it
they're
comes
busted
down
as
to, you know, as being like peak.
Let's talk about the dude that
shit.
fucking popped the door to open that shit up. What do you mean?
Ain't no way we're gonna let him doing that shit. He already busted as it is.
One never even knew Thor had a second gear.
Bro, like, yeah, that was the craziest shit with
I
Thor,
will
bro.
say the anime
Like, bro.
needs some polish. They're not even polished.
it was a good series for myself. So
Bro, why are her titties that big?
Bro,
Yo, y'all know exactly
And she ain't doing
fuck
goddamn
that. She ain't going like
Oh,
that.
yeah, we're gonna let Sakura this
Steve
one.
Man
Yeah,
takes the battlefield. Yeah.
All right, Mike gets some shit for number 4 for me is Inuyasha.
No, I respect it.
You-
No,
what?
fuck that. No, I don't respect this. I don't get no respect. I said at the
Why?
You were sitting here buying it earlier. You did not speak up a word.
beginning.
You don't like that anime
Why
that
don't you like it,
did.
Ace? Because
Oh,
I
why?
like it a lot. But why don't you?
Yeah, no,
like
hold
it?
on, hold
I
on.
have to know.
Before you tell me, or before I.
No, I didn't hear your
Before
thing right now.
I
I
destroy
didn't
your
right
favorite anime, your top 4 favorite anime, please tell us.
No,
the
I know
group.
what your reason to not like it is more important than why I do like it. That's
I already gave you little bits of why.
All right, so no, I'm gonna call it off on Steve. Please, Steve, tell us why Inuyasha impacted you in such a way that it's your number 4.
All right. Well, early on, like anime was the biggest staples. Like DBZ was like the very big one that like introduced people to really anime. Pokemon was in there.
That was your Toonami right there.
And it was on,
Exactly, yeah.
and it was on
100%, I
early
get that.
enough.
Yeah.
It was on early enough to where you wake up for school and
Yeah.
Inuyasha might be on.
It might
you
be
know?
on too. Yeah, it more like exposed
Woke
me
up
to
for
the
fun.
actual world of
Like, I look
anime.
about like 4 in the morning once to see him like
Boku
shove his
Tachi.
hand through that woman's chest to like grab her heart or whatever.
Yeah.
Scarwin. What the fuck?
Windscar.
Windscar.
Windscar, yeah, or Blaze of Blood, whichever one you want to do, really. But it will like introduce me
Reverse
to the
wind.
wider world of anime because DBZ
That's fair.
or Pokemon was more like it was like not
Yeah,
really
trash,
understood
I
to be.
It was in
anime.
that weird spot where it's
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. I mean, this is anime.
Yeah,
but at the
it
same
was
time,
different.
it's
It
like
was different, I'll
cartoons
give you that.
Yeah.
Around the time that I see.
But in Inuyasha, was like this takes place in the feudal era of Japan. It's
And it
actual
also,
anime.
it also introduces demons. And
Yes,
that
it-
type
it's-
of
Yep, I get
It
that part.
brought
I get
into
that
the
part. I
horizon.
get that.
That's
Not
a
to
great
mention
intro.
the time when I actually like watched it, I was like an early teenager.
Yeah.
That's
And
right.
what happens then in
That's
that
what most people
show?
watch it.
It's mainly about this girl who falls
Never
for
watch
fucking
it.
half demon like dog person. So
Yeah.
we're actually like, it's a bit of a harem.
I'm glad you got that.
Yeah. It's a bit of a harem
So
too.
did Inuyasha make you a submissive person?
Nah, submission.
Sit, boy.
I don't want to spend too much time roasting Inuyasha. I get why it's a form of
I
entertainment.
get why it is it holds true to your heart.
Now look, I'm not saying the
I know
newer
you've
reboot
seen
is
more.
honestly,
I'd say
You've
better.
seen more anime than
Okay,
not
I
because
watched
it's
the
at
whole thing,
number
but-
4. All right.
We all woke up at 2
Again.
o'clock in the morning and Inuyasha playing on our TV screen.
5:30.
Absolutely.
5:30.
Nah, it was
no,
on.
it was 5:30.
It was
No,
on.
it was definitely later.
It was
Yeah,
on.
see, I'm a little
Yeah.
older than y'all, so it was actually earlier for me.
4:30.
It was like 11:30.
It was on like
They would run back. They would run back
The
episodes
run
throughout
backs,
the block.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
You could watch it early. I just happened to wake up for
Yeah,
school
see,
and be like,
I actually-
oh,
I-
5:30.
I just
No,
never
it
went to
was
bed
on,
until like 1 in the morning.
On the Saturdays, it was like 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah.
Yeah, also
Easily.
one I did not watch on Saturdays.
Saturdays we had.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I watched it
Friday
all.
morning,
Like, I
Saturday
watched
night,
Inuyasha. I even watched the fucking like the second part of Inuyasha when they did the
It
second
wraps up.
season.
His
Yeah,
brother
yeah.
and his
yeah,
brother.
that part.
That's
Yeah,
Shishamaru,
I
yeah.
watched all that shit. And like I went back to go rewatch it now just for nostalgia factor.
I don't know
and
why
I'm
you
like,
did that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I literally went back and watched it, and I was like, man,
This
That's
is
like-
trash.
That's like trying to go-
like, yo, why is this so bad?
That's like trying to go back and rewatch that spell, and you cannot convince me.
Yeah, that's where you ruined the movie.
Anyways, please. You've been talking a lot of shit. What's your number 4?
Oh, all right, like, you can't hate on Brotherhood, bro. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, no, you can't,
Hey, Full Metal Hood or Full
Assassin's
Metal
Creed?
Brotherhood.
The live action.
This has some of the best fucking fights.
Yep.
It had one of the most hated fucking not even villain, but like antagonist at the moment.
And fathers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say worst fathers. Yeah, so that's the right word.
Yeah.
Worst
Hohenheim-
fathers.
Hohenheim was a terrible father.
he was
not even,
definitely
not even just, bro. Hold on, I'm talking about the man like he just turned a little dog and a little kid. And,
Oh,
Yeah, Sean Tucker.
yeah,
No,
Mr.
Sean
Tucker.
Tucker,
Yeah,
yeah, that guy.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're talking
but-
about efficiency, his dog is never going to have to sweat the rest of her life. So.
Or only live for like 10 more years.
Yeah, it had one of the
Anything
They
ever.
had one of the best
Efficiency.
anti villains and Greed. Greed is such a great.
Greed is
character.
good.
No, he is such
Yeah.
a Greed is such a fucking phenomenal
And
character.
also,
Yes.
can I say one of the hardest ever lines in all of anime was when Envy fucking met up with Hawkeye's chick. What's it? Lieutenant.
Oh, fucking.
Lieutenant Hawkeye.
No. Yeah. Is it
Yeah,
Lieutenant
actually,
Hawkeye?
Lieutenant Hawkeye, yeah.
Lieutenant Hawkeye. And it's just like puts a gun to him. It's just like, why do you have a gun to me, Lieutenant? And it's just like when we're just alone together, calls me Riza. Just like, oh fuck,
Oh,
I
that was,
lied.
that was the other chick. Yeah, like she has a mole under her left cheek. Oh,
Yeah.
you're very noticeable. And, like puts it right there.
Bro, they
That
had
was
one-
Hawkeye. That was someone else. What the fuck it was?
It's Envy.
No. Like the Envy is the
Is it
homunculus who did
Lust?
that.
Are you talking about Lust?
No.
Nah, Lust kind of.
Envy
Right,
was the
yeah,
homunculus.
Rambo.
It's the
Okay.
person we're talking about. Like that she was imitating. That wasn't Hawkeye.
Yeah, she was intimidating.
May's
May.
May's wife. right?
No, it was May's
Or
assistant.
Some shit.
Or not
Oh,
assistant.
yeah, Mustang.
support.
Yeah, yeah.
That
Mustang.
motherfucker.
Oh,
Yeah.
Mustang got his revenge for sure.
It's
yeah.
definitely that
He
motherfucker,
avenged
though.
his
All right, I will say this. I
He
will say
is
this.
that motherfucker.
I'll say
Right?
this as a group, I don't think it would be a bad idea for us to all rewatch Brotherhood.
I have seen it.
No,
that's not a
I have seen
bad
it like 5-6 times.
I'm
Alright.
It would be a
Yeah.
bad idea for us to watch Full Metal Alchemist.
No. It's so it's so good.
It's still
It's
so
decent.
good. It's not top 10.
No,
Yeah, it's so
decent.
good.
It's good.
No, it's
Because
good.
one, no,
You know,
it's
there's
good.
parts like at the beginning, like they do
They
more
start-
into the
they
story.
start-
Their build-up is crazy
start is
in
so much
anime.
better in Alchemist than it is Brotherhood.
I'm gonna put it like this: when it comes to Alchemist compared to Brotherhood, Alchemist is actually one of those few exceptions where it's like,
I
oh,
like
the
the
manga
animation
wasn't
better.
done.
Mhm.
Like the manga wasn't done, but they still did a good job of somehow rounding it out.
That was the
They did
development
okay.
stage.
Like I'm not gonna say it was
Yeah.
the best, but they still did a good job of
Without a
rounding
doubt.
it out.
But then when they
brought
did the
out
Brotherhood, that
And
was
they
just,
finished
hey,
it
we
the
know what the
fuck out.
fuck we doing now.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? They were ready to catch bodies in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Oh, I- I-
For the first episode, bro.
I definitely support the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood pick for number 4.
Yeah.
All right,
That's solid.
Who's up next? Monty? You're
Yep.
next?
And my number 4, which also ties into the whole fucking ending thing,
Yeah.
is fucking Soul Eater. But I also have it tied with Fire Force,
Made by the same people.
made by the same dude.
person. Yeah.
So, fucking my main reason why I love Soul Eater is because one, I'm a huge fan of Halloween.
Mm.
So the fact that
Yeah,
there's
you can't beat it with that.
there's pretty much like a whole Halloween themed anime out there. I mean,
That's
you
not
have
what
your
it's based
jump.
around, like-
Yeah, that and I love the openings. The characters are fucking dope. The art style and the fights.
It's unique.
It's
You won't find a lot like it unless
really
it's
won't.
by the same creator. You know.
like you really
Yeah.
won't. And also when it comes down to like black representation,
It was
my
good.
man is top notch with this shit.
And honestly,
He is
early,
on he
early,
on some shit.
early mid 2000s, you didn't get a whole lot. You had like Black Lagoon. You
Had fucking
Dance,
Star.
you had-
Oh,
you
yeah.
talking about Black Lagoon? No,
No, we're not. We're not.
we're not.
We ain't talking about Black
Hey.
Lagoon right now.
Amazing anime,
We talking
that's
about,
what we're talking
we
about.
talking about best female protagonist.
Revy,
Yeah, let's
Revy. Anyways, let's talk about Lonnie's number 4 pick.
My number 4 pick was
Soul
Soul Eater.
Eater. We're talking about black representation a little bit in anime.
Because that shit was
Yeah.
fucking lit.
You didn't see a whole
My
shit
boy
ton of
Keith.
it, but you know, you had some in Hunter x Hunter, you had some in Black Lagoon, you had some in Soul Eater.
I feel like all
Let's not talk
anime
about
have
those
like
people that Zoro killed.
Oh, we ain't gonna talk about
We're
that.
not talking about that at all.
But yeah, no,
Bastard.
the soundtrack is lit. The fucking fights are dope.
Mhm.
The characters are fucking hilarious, especially some of the situations they find themselves in.
And we're not going to talk about the ending.
The anime ending pissed me the fuck off. I will admit that.
And we're only talking about anime, so we're not going to go into how the manga was better.
The manga did it better. I don't care.
Yeah,
The manga did it better, but at the end of the day, leading up to like the last 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the fucking last episode of the anime, everything was lit. It's so dope.
Side note, we can all just say, wait for the source material to catch up. That's the best advice
Fair
I
enough.
can give anyone.
Fair enough.
100%.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah,
All right,
no,
Chris.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's how it is.
My number 4, it's another recent one, Vinland Saga.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
You cannot tell me Torfian is not one of the coolest, most dynamic protagonists that we've seen in a very long time.
It's a lot
For
different
for
than
modern
a lot of
anime,
shit. Yeah, modern anime.
we've
like,
watched
so
that.
different.
We've watched that man go through very traumatic events. We can see one of the coolest antagonists in anime to date with
Bro.
Askeladd.
Bro,
And pretty much
my man is a
killed his
savage.
father and then
He's a savage.
took up a pseudo father role for Thorfinn,
Yo.
further traumatizing him. But honestly,
At
just
the same time, traumatizing
But
and
the-
building this man at the same time.
right,
Like,
I just
bro.
want to say beyond the action, which is amazing, the detail that goes into like the fighting scenes and the story, incredible. But what gripped me for the anime first was the soundtrack, dude. I want to say it wasn't the opening, it wasn't the ending, it was the ambient soundtrack. Watching it go over this icy landscape and
I
just
didn't
hearing
think Japan or like a
no,
Japanese
it's
studio
an,
could
it's
do
an
this.
Iceland, and it's nuts. It's
Yeah, I didn't
so
think
it goes over
Japanese
this icy
studio could do it.
landscape, mountains, sea, and people trying to survive, and it's just this one little blissful like piano like upscale, and like it just gave me shivers down my spine. But I was like, I gotta keep watching this. I was blown,
Max is hitting me up. He was over there.
and I had to watch it. I suggest everyone please
We got
watch
two.
Vinland Saga. It's an amazing
got-
manga.
I'm talking about
I never
15
thought
minutes.
it was going to get adapted. It did, and the result speaks for itself, dude. If you if you like blood, you like gore, you watching a dude kill people with daggers, please watch Vinland Saga.
If you ain't already watched Vinland Saga,
Yeah, please do. All right, Max, number
Number
two.
Max, number
We're down number
three.
2.
That
Well,
was
No, we're on
great.
three.
Top
Three,
three.
three.
Top three.
Top
all
3.
right, boys, let's go through them.
For my number 3, I put Magi.
Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
like all of them, like the first
Yeah,
2
Sinbad-
original
yeah,
movies.
Sinbad
and
was Sin-
Sinbad.
I'm not gonna
Sinbad
lie,
and
I'm gonna
Sinbad.
leave on this one because their spin-off series was better than any main series.
you talking about what, Spin It or
Sinbad?
Sinbad?
Yeah, Sinbad was
Oh,
better.
absolutely.
Yeah,
than all
Sinbad
of
is so
Absolutely.
good. Like, I actually read the manga of fucking Sinbad.
Yeah, I 100% agree that Sinbad is absolutely better
So
than
much
even the
better.
originals. But yeah, just in general, like
that
the
man
entire
became a god.
pretty
My man's
much, yeah.
a beast.
Yo, he was like
My man's
literally
a
a
menace.
god.
The entire idea of like genie quips and having like all these like, not only does it make like a fantastic look for your character with like all of like the metal vessels and shit that you get, but just like the like all the powers and like all the different like genies and jinns that you can find to do all these amazing things. It's just fantastic.
Hell yeah, so lit.
Cool.
Dude,
All right,
we
G, what you got?
My second
Yo, number
favorite
three.
Number
anime.
three.
No, I know. My second favorite anime of all time, though. Only reason why I put my other one above that is because I was born with it. But One Piece.
Okay.
One Piece is probably Actually, I think it is the longest running anime or animated series other than The
It's not,
Simpsons.
but it's close.
It's one of them, but it's
There's
not
like
the
top 5. I want to say actually.
I wanna say top 3.
It's one of the top 3 or 4.
Conan, the detective
Conan,
shit. Yeah, that's
there's some
higher.
other shit.
Yeah,
I'm not saying animated itself.
Yeah, no,
Like,
yeah, Conan's higher.
No, I'm saying like Simpsons, Conan, One Piece.
Oh, I forgot what the fuck. There's something else, but that's fine. All right, continue.
But no, One Piece is, bro, like it's legendary to me, man. You can ask Ace
Because that ends with that.
when we were growing up. I hated One Piece. I told him I was.
Yeah, that's because 4 Kids did it, and like it was so trash.
4 Kids had the best opening.
Four Kids.
They had the best opening in the world.
I'm sorry, I'll train him. Don't give it up,
But no, One Piece, man, like
give it up, give it up.
as much as One Piece is still running as of right now, as we're speaking,
So,
it's amazing.
was he trying to make the point that it was?
No, I mean, it's one of the longest.
It's one of the longest, right? Oh yeah, 100%.
I just have to look up
it's
to
up
see
there
what
with
is the
it's up
longest
there
running.
with Detective Conan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I just said.
And then this, I would say Crayon Shinchan, also, and Dorian.
Oh, yeah, Shinchan.
Doraemon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Doraemon.
I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
just good because when
I don't know
like
if
now we can
Shin-Chan's
really
still
talk
running
about
right now.
character development.
They still do movies.
That's the whole thing. When Luffy ends up turning into whatever gear he wants to turn into, he has full control over it because that is his make. So like I've actually watched some shit about like when Goku turns Super Saiyan and shit like that, he doesn't know what the fuck to do because that's not his shit. It's not his. He didn't create that.
So,
Yeah, we're not doing power levels.
Unpopular opinion: Dragon Ball Z Abridged is better than all the Dragon Ball Z series.
Hands down,
100%.
I'm not even arguing with you.
100%.
They should have made Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Point blank period. No.
But
Point
you
blank
literally can't have original without
period. Yes, you can.
a bridge.
Yes, you can.
Actually, no.
I got a side girl with a girlfriend.
No, let me like.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
When it comes down to the dub for this series, Team 4-Star should have been in charge of it. Because
Yes.
and a good example I was used kind of, if I can prove this, is the Ghost Stories dub.
Oh lordy.
Because that shit is fucking hilarious.
All right, who's turn?
Hi, Steve.
Steve,
number
I went
3.
too far into this.
It's already been said. Full
We'll
Metal
talk,
Alchemist-
Monty.
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood's number 3 for me.
We'll talk.
And why is it number 3 for you?
I mean, shit, fucking amazing storyline.
Yep, you're right.
It's
Yep.
executed very
You're damn
very
fucking right.
well.
What was your number 3?
It has the 2 manliest
Full
men
Metal
of all
Alchemist,
time.
yes, yeah.
Honestly, the
That-
story for it it's timeless. I could watch Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood whenever in my life.
You
and
really
I
could,
would
yeah.
still love it.
100%.
It's one of those animes, man.
Those last like 3 episodes were amazing.
I was about to
Just
say, the
wrapped up.
last
up and
episodes,
down.
man.
Shit, not even
It didn't,
that.
it didn't have like the most,
Oh, yeah, that's
you
so
know,
many good
like
episodes.
Cinderella story ending. Like, yeah, some bad shit happened.
The
People are gonna
arm
have
coming
people
back
are gonna have
made
Bro,
out.
repercussions.
when it hit
Yeah.
with
The
Mustang.
Anyway, yeah.
Is that the detail was fire?
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Mustang just.
Snap
We're
the
mid-max.
fingers.
I have 2 things to say. One about this, and then 2 about the snapping of what was it? Mustang killing the dude?
Yeah, no,
Fire?
that, or it
First
was
of all-
no.
It was envy.
was it?
No, it was
He
lust.
killed
It was
us.
lust. It was
It
lust.
was
weird
lust and
attention
then
to
ending.
detail
What do you
of,
mean?
like,
It was both.
The entire series, they joke on Edward for being so short,
Yeah.
and then by the end of the series, he's like the same height as Alphonse in his normal body.
Yeah.
And that's all because of like whatever alchemy he did, his entire body was sustaining Alphonse, so that's
That's
why
right,
he could
yeah.
not grow at all.
Yeah.
That's exactly why.
That's why he was so
That's so
short and so
cool.
skinny and so weak, is because like all of his extra energy and nutrition was going to his brother to keep him attached and alive.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Even better fucking what?
Yeah,
Look,
that's
I
why he was so
I
small.
will
But
say-
then we watched like the very last few episodes, and all of a sudden he like grew like 3 feet tall.
I will say,
I did not
female
notice that.
women
And then-
mangaka that write shonen deserve to write shonen.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that is an
They
incredible.
put huge amounts of detail
Yeah.
into so many different animes.
They put it into the
fantastic to
characters.
see.
They put it
Yeah.
into the characters.
I did
the
not
world.
notice that shit.
And
then second
Yeah.
of all-
Honestly, I didn't know that either.
Women mangaka
Yeah.
I didn't
are
think about
incredible.
that. Just
They really are.
like until I just like thought about the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
the movie was good too.
Yeah, the movie.
About the snapping.
It was a perfect ending.
It doesn't really have any like. It's just a fun fact, like nothing to do with like the actual anime itself, but like the American voice actors for them
Yeah.
are husband and wife.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Like, they are married, and Mustang snapping and killing the woman as she is screaming, that is the husband, like, voice acting, killing his wife as she is screaming out loud.
Yep.
I believe
Like, that's what that is.
I'd love to see them like the convention together. That'd be dope.
You better not come home tonight.
And reenact the
You're on
scene
the
for us.
couch.
All right,
Why would
Ace,
we do
please hit us with it.
Yeah,
We're down to number 3.
it's Tagashi's best work. Unfinished. Hunter x Hunter. Yeah.
All right. Hey, wait, hold on now. No, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. This man's is not wrong. That's probably the best shonen of all time.
Yeah, it's it has literally the best
Yeah.
power system that has ever came out, hands down.
I will say for the time, the best power system.
No, there's no power system better
You
than
can
that.
have it.
To
You can have
see
it.
a
Yeah.
young boy get so pissed off
That he grows into a full-grown man.
He's an absolute shit
Out of a cat.
out of a cat.
Yeah,
Wait.
mind you, this cat was dumb strong,
Wait, didn't
right?
we just have like a fucking English footballer that just did that? Zuma? Got so angry at his fucking cat that he beat the shit out of it?
I swear, we just talked about animal cruelty like 30 minutes ago.
It's not okay. Don't do
Yeah,
it.
don't do it.
Serious.
But no, I
Serious,
agree with
we're
that.
serious.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You don't condone that.
2 cooks and 1 server will hunt you down.
Whatever you do to that cat, we will do to you.
Yes, 100% every time. I will agree though. Hunter x Hunter, unfinished product, which is a terrible thing to happen because the
Oh my
mangaka,
God.
his health,
Yeah, like, yo, he's so
was so
sick.
on and off. I know.
Yeah, he's just so sick. He has the longest, like, dead span of any fucking writer
Yeah, I know.
ever.
And it sucks that we're seeing it more often now that a lot of writers, artists, illustrators for like manga, manhwa are taking more and more time off because they don't want that to happen. They don't want that burnout to happen. They don't want
It's
that.
one of
Yeah,
those
Oda
things
was
where
getting
it's
sick
they
at
don't
one
get
point.
it
Yeah,
enough
yeah.
We were
to
terrified when it happened.
And like
We
they
were
work
about to
so
go to
hard
Japan.
for so little pay for like
Yeah,
an amazing content.
100%. And I will say, like, even
So they
webtoons,
get
they
mo-
have Tower of God.
Yeah.
The author and illustrator for that, SIU, Slave in Utero, took like 3 years off of doing Tower of God due to his like extreme health problems. I hate to see it for these creative minds, and it's a bummer that it happened to Hunter x Hunter, one of the most beloved shonen
Chill.
series of all time.
And Tower of God is not bad at all.
Tower of God's great.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I read it.
Like,
I'm caught up on it. He's continuing it, by the way. He's back and he's working on it.
I think I
Yeah.
Same thing
finished
with God of Ice
after
Cream.
season 3 or...
So I had gotten
Something,
sick
yeah.
before COVID, or was it like the June after COVID hit? I think I caught it, and like I'm sitting in my room, and I caught up on so much like the intense manhwa, and I read Tower of God, Noblesse, all those big series, God of High School. Until I
Is
started,
Noblesse actually good?
Noblesse is a great read.
It's
It's a
fantastic.
terrible
Is
anime.
it?
This is the way
It's
they
a
did
terrible
animation.
anime. It's a fantastic.
Yeah, the way they did
That's why,
animation.
that's why I was curious, because I watched
Yeah.
like 2
But
episodes.
Tower of God is my love.
It's the same thing that happened to the God of High School. Like
Yep.
it's a great like when you read it, but when
Yeah.
you watch it, it's just not.
It's
My boy
terrible.
Jim Morrison.
I think Tower of God was the best animation done for webtoons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Out
was
of the
incredible.
Yeah, like out of the 3 they were dropping at that point in time, Tower of God was the best out of
I
them.
almost put Tower of God on my list, dead ass, because it was.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
No,
I don't blame him.
It was the best adaptation of a webtoon to bring it into the public eye.
I understand that, but top 10 though?
I
Yes.
almost would. It's
No!
really
Yeah.
good. Unique animation, interesting
yeah.
story. But we're gonna continue.
We're gonna continue.
right.
Hunter x Hunter's amazing.
That goes without saying. We don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Monty. So, what's the third?
Alright. It's already been said before, but my number 3 is Bleach.
Nice.
So
Hey.
my main reason why I love Bleach is because
The music?
one, in high school when I was watching Tsunami on like Saturday fucking nights, obviously Bleach is one of the ones that I fucked with, especially with the openings. Oh, I love
the first
I know.
fucking
Asterisk,
Bro.
Asterisk
It's
still
fire.
stays in rotation. I don't care what anybody says. It's on rotation almost any time of day. I don't care. But also that, the different fucking form changes when it comes down to the fucking bankais and whatnot. Fucking the music that they play during the fucking like fights and scenes and shit. The characters itself. The 1,000-year Blood War arc that's coming up. Like, just Bleach in general, I love the
It's going to shut anime
So,
down
Can
this
I,
year,
can I
bro.
also say real quick?
I ain't gonna
one of
say
my
all
favorite-
that. But
One
it's,
of my
yeah, it's gonna
favorite
be
memes I've
so
seen
nice.
What? Think about
Yeah,
the
I think
animes
it's
that
gonna
are
be like
happening
what
now.
Demon
Is it
Slayer
what
did on
It
this
might
final
be.
episode. It's gonna be the whole
It might be.
season.
One thing I want to say.
That's not gonna be in October when Bleach drops.
Wait, shit. All right. One of my favorite memes recently for Bleach is it just like the whole entire like Spirit Society or Soul Society up in Ichigo's fucking apartment, and it's just like the pan over to like his downstairs neighbor, totally turned the pace by the spiritual pressure.
Why can't I move?
Man, he would just die, bro. Like everybody should be dying in around his block.
Yeah, because they're all fucking captains in his room. Yeah.
Now the one that gets me
Yes,
every
that's what I'm
time.
saying. Like all these people who show up in his house, your block should be
That's
dead,
so
bro.
true, guys.
Your block's more like One Punch Man.
Yeah, literally One Punch Man's neighborhood, bro.
The one that gets me every time is when it's fucking it's from the Loiter Squad with the Beyond Scared Straight shit.
Okay, yeah.
And fucking like when Bleach fucking announces his final arc being anime, he was like, "It's smelling bitches in here."
Oh, that's what bitches here. You see these?
This don't mean shit to me, man. This ain't nothing to me, man.
But
yeah.
it's a main necklace.
Why you got some mini necklace?
Why you got that, boy?
You know what would have been fun? Like Ichigo's sisters like face palmed on the fucking floor, and their dad just walking around, just like, "Yeah, what's
Right.
going on? Like, what's up?"
That was such
what?
a turn of events for me.
It's funny though, facts.
It's funny because they do.
Well, yeah,
have
bro,
some
like, yo, his
spiritual
character, and I wasn't.
Yeah, they do, but
Not
not
to
with
the
all the
same
characters in there.
extent.
Yeah,
You
hell
would,
no.
you would expect them being around their dad and Ichigo.
Let's
all
talk
the
about
time.
dope
They kinda
single
go
fathers.
through
Yeah,
it.
that's
You're not wrong.
You're not wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
You're not
Let's
wrong.
talk about dope single fathers.
Actually,
Ishin,
yeah,
boy. I
yeah,
love Ishin.
Yeah.
there's very little actual male fathers.
No,
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not.
yeah,
Piccolo was the
there.
best male father in the world.
That's bullshit.
Yo, he
There
was,
is no
he
good
was
character
never
in
a
Dragon Ball
good
Z.
father. Like, yo, tell me when he was a
Vegeta's
good
good dad.
father.
Vegeta's a good dad.
Vegeta's a bomb ass.
Wait,
Tell me when, tell me when Piccolo. Yo, you know what? We're not doing this.
We're not.
Chris, yo, you're next. We're not doing this.
Piccolo's the
No, we're not doing this.
movie coming out.
We're not doing this.
Anyone
Yeah,
got
give me a beer, please.
Yeah, you got it. Oh my God. Wait, it's a long reach for even me.
He's getting triggered over here.
I saw a vein pop out in his throat.
That happens is normal.
My number 3 is going to be.
What the hell is that?
My number 3 is going to be another recent one, Sunny Boy. I don't know if anyone watched it.
No, it's actually really good.
I watched it from point A to point B all the way through. It's another one of those like intense experiences where it's abstract art, kind of like the Tommy Galaxy, but not in the same art style. But it
It
looks
makes
like
more
almost.
sense.
It looks like almost at times stencil with colored crown or like colored pencil into it, but animated. It's beautiful throughout the whole entire series, but it covers. If a whole entire classroom or school was brought into a multiverse, shoved into an alternate world dimension, and then how they deal with surviving in there, but also it's such a mind fuck. It's one of those mind fuck ones, and putting into words is going to make it a lot harder as I try to.
Yeah, there's
put it
no
into
real
words.
way you can describe it.
It's an
without
experience.
just
It's an
sounding
experience,
crazy.
not something that should be described.
Yeah.
I will say opening is incredible. The ending is incredible. I just suggest it 100%. But it's
pretty
another one of
good,
those
yeah.
things. It's another one of those things like an abstract anime that you're gonna revisit in 10 years, and it's gonna be like, oh, that was a fucking classic. And I want to catch on to that early, and I just want to say it's going to be that. It's gonna be one of those fucking mind benders that you revisit
Oh,
5-10 years down the road, and you're just gonna be like, holy fuck, that was incredible. But it's not something you can absorb all in one sitting. Take your time. All right.
Yeah, I shit you not. I watch like an episode every like few weeks.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, Max, please, your number 2. We're getting into it.
For my number 2, I put that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Yay!
I just
You
love
sing
watching
now?
it. Like,
For number 2.
Hold on.
Yeah,
I want
it's
to hear
okay,
what you
Max.
want to say
It's okay,
first.
Max.
I want to hear what you want to say first.
Max, I too would fuck with
Yo, you can have your rebuttal in a second.
So, for my number 1 and my number 2, I really didn't do like. It was literally just like, what's my favorite? Like, what do I like to watch?
Yeah.
What was the
Exactly.
anime that every
That's
time
fair.
it came on week after week, I was like, that's the first thing I gotta watch, and that was
That's
one
fair.
of them.
Facts.
Like that was like the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah.
I've got a fucking poster on my wall of that shit too. Like I just
I
genuinely
too
enjoy it.
fat to Rimuru. It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
You look like
Not
this.
too good, but I don't know. No.
I think Slime has some of the coolest fucking action.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
They do.
Yeah.
It's a great.
Honestly,
it's a great watch.
it took me the second season or
It's a good
the second
isekai
time
action.
watching the first season to actually really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because I didn't enjoy it the first time I watched it.
I like that it released around the same time as Overlord. I think those two go hand in hand.
Okay,
Yeah, see,
that's a whole different.
Yeah, if I was going to
discussion.
compare the
Look,
two, Overlord is way better than fucking Slime.
I think the story of the Slime is better.
Nope.
Actually,
fuck
no, I
that.
say-
Yeah, fuck that.
You're right.
Yeah, fuck that.
No, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck that.
You're right. Think about it right now.
Yeah,
Think about it right now.
what-
You're
what's
right.
his
Gul's Al Ghul. Ein's Al Ghul. Ein's Al Ghul.
Ein's Al Ghul.
Power.
I will say I
fucking
like
power.
the character. I want
We're
to
not
say
talking
I
about
like,
power levels.
I like the
No,
majority
I'm just
of the
saying.
characters.
His power is crazy.
We know it's crazy.
No
What the
shit.
fuck you mean?
We're talking to slimes.
We're not doing
Actually,
a power level thing.
all right.
Said this already.
Yeah.
It's like if we're
I
going
like
to compare it, so we
Slime.
can't.
I
we
respect
can't.
the choice.
We're not doing that.
too. I think
Well,
it's,
I
I
do
think
too,
it's a great.
honestly.
I think it's a
Yeah.
great
I do.
isekai.
Yeah,
Was
it's
even
really
general
solid.
like
Not for two, but I do.
if
Yeah.
like if I had a thought
I'll
of
agree with
like
that. Not for two. It's
like
definitely
the
my
type
top,
of
like,
character that I would
40.
be if I got sent into the world
It's,
like
it's
that,
probably top 20.
it would
for
be
me,
one of
actually.
those slimes.
Yeah.
Like I would like to be a character
Yeah.
that was like I can
like that.
transform into whatever
I like
I want.
that.
I can
Maybe
like
20.
Yeah, I agree with
absorb.
that.
Like I not.
So
not,
it's like if you got isekai right now, you would hope you'd be a slime that
yeah.
had that.
Like I
absorption.
don't want to be
hold
like
on.
a human being
See,
that has like
yeah,
a
if you
set
got
set of
isekai,
powers.
We're not going into that conversation. We're continuing with the list. Dean,
You already knew what I was going to say.
I'm gonna make mine quick because I gotta go meet. I'm gonna make mine quick because I gotta go meet Max at Stars. My 2 and my 1 is Cowboy Bebop and Yu Yu
I thought you
Hakusho.
already said Cowboy Bebop.
No, he did not. It was or Steve.
Yeah.
It was Steve that said that.
Cowboy
Sorry.
Bebop's always going to be my number
Sorry.
2 because that's literally what put me on to
That was you bit.
anime. Yu Yu Hakusho, I just don't think you can surpass Yu Yu Hakusho
Yeah, you
when
can.
it comes to tournament arcs. There's
I think it
Yeah, but he, like, this man's been loving, like, he's kind of downplaying it.
I
He's
was
been
reading-
loving Yu Yu Hakusho
I was
for the
reading. I think
longest.
but I think Yu Yu Hakusho set up the stage to where it could be surpassed for tournament arcs. Just nothing has yet.
I don't think anybody could, because they're all tried to beat Yu Yu Hakusho.
No, I think it
Because
has,
nobody can do, because, like, even,
What I said earlier, you had your
even My
side
Hero
characters.
tried to do, when they did it in tournament, art, like, these characters all, like, have these little parts or whatever.
But I think if
Like,
someone
you
set it up
you
with the
just
same
can't.
level of story development and the same level or a better, more modern level of animation to that tournament arc, it could be better.
to the second one.
No.
No,
The
no,
first-
no,
Yeah,
the
there's
second
somebody
one.
doing, yeah, I'm doing the first
It's
one.
the groundwork to
Yo,
set
bro,
up the bar, and it's
There's
a
this,
high
there's a
fucking bar.
drunken character
And it's a
that
high
just
bar.
drinks and fucking fights Yusuke and like makes me
It's a
like
high
root
bar.
for him.
It's a high bar,
Like,
but-
it makes me
wait,
makes me root
hold
for
on,
him
wait,
beating the
wait,
main
wait,
protagonist.
wait,
It's just crazy.
wait.
Then there's another wind guy.
All right,
Yeah,
Back to the drunken character,
Chew, yeah, that's
literally
his name.
himself was like, you're kind of strong, so let's put these daggers on our fucking feet and let's fight, box each other.
Yeah, bro, we're not even using spiritual pressure anymore. Like, we're just gonna box, bro.
Look at
Like,
him go. If I don't say every character is modeled off of the Yu Yu Hakusho characters.
Yu Yu Hakusho is my favorite anime of all time. and it will
That's
forever
what I'm
be.
saying. Every Naruto character is modeled off of a Yu Yu Hakusho character. Moving on, Steve, please.
Every anime character that you probably like right now is modeled off of
Absolutely
Yu Yu Hakusho.
not. Anyways, continue on.
Alright.
Unless they have a sword.
My number 2.
Cool
because
bar.
Kurbar had one.
Exactly.
yeah.
Number 2.
Or he
Look, my number 2.
Literally, he is.
Because
Let's talk about it.
It's not. Steve, please.
my number 2 because it's a very like open anime that gets a lot of people into it, and I loved it as a kid, loved it as a teenager, loved it as an adult. Dragon Ball Z. It's just number 2.
We were told not to have that.
Yeah, I literally took Dragon Ball Z off my list. But
That's your list, not mine.
Yeah, if
I'm gonna let
Dragon
y'all
Ball
talk
Z
about it.
can only be on your list
I'm gonna let
if
y'all
it's
talk
either
about
at the top or at the very bottom.
Or
It can't-
GT's
yo,
up
it
there.
can't be in the middle at any point. Like, yo, because like, this is our favorite list.
I'm not gonna lie,
So-
guys, I saw Dragon Ball Z at your number 5. So
No,
No,
not at
here's
all.
the thing. I don't care where it places on your list.
It can't be in the
These
middle.
are
It has to
when
be either the top or bottom for me.
You can place it anywhere in your list. Just like when it comes down to it, it's
GT can't be up there.
I
Yes,
just
that
wanted
never
to,
happens.
no, I just
True.
wanted to be known.
Yo,
that I'm
GT
the
had
biggest-
some of the coolest transformations.
I'm the
Some of
biggest
the-
Dragon Ball hater, and I think it should have ended after
Well,
the
they
Cell
did
arc
have
and
same form,
Gohan
which
took
was
over.
actually pretty fucking cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Super
I'll
Saiyan
agree
4.
with that.
Yeah,
Gohan
it's
I
hands
say it
down the
should
best
be-
transformation.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. I think it should have ended after the Boo arc.
I
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%.
As soon as they finish beating Kid Buu and all that bullshit,
Yeah.
With not Goku winning.
Actually, I like
with
the
Gohan
loss
winning.
But
episode.
Gohan,
Yes.
Gohan should have won the Cell
There we
arc
go.
and then carried over to the Boo arc.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
it would
yeah.
be a dumb
He actually,
say
Tagashi
that.
actually,
No,
Tagashi
Akira-
literally was
no,
going to do
I
that.
do wanna say
and
this.
then he was like, yo, fuck that.
Toriyama got
Or not
death
Tagashi,
threats
yeah,
from his
Toriyama.
fucking fans, threatening that if they turned it over to Gohan,
Yep.
they would kill his family.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
a
he got
serious
so
that
much.
happened. He got death threats.
he got
threatening that if
terrible
he changed the
vibes.
That's
nature
telling
over
because
from
my
Goku.
favorite, my favorite
But it's
4 or
bizarre.
5 episodes of Dragon Ball Z are the Gohan Goes to High School ones.
Yeah.
Right, dude?
Those are like my favorite episodes. If I'm ever rewatching
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, it starts on that and then continues on.
Yeah. I don't want to say I'm a biggest DBZ hater because I do like the series up to like the Boo arc. And the Boo arc included. But
Also
I
goes back to what you said though. I don't even want a fucking Blue arc anymore because the Bridge Cell arc was prime.
It was
Yeah,
brilliant.
no,
It was brilliant.
it was so
But
prime.
I will say I do hate the DBZ fan base with a burning passion inside me. To have that much rage and influence over a creator, to threaten them to the point of death threats.
Yeah, that's a little much.
To not make a character a sideline character because they wanted to take Goku back. You know, after
Yeah,
the
he
Cell arc
literally
and
wanted to
put Gohan
leave.
up.
Leave
Is that
Goku
To
dead.
death threat that
Yeah.
man.
Even
is
Leave
hearing that
Goku
disappoints
dead.
me so much because Gohan went from being a badass character to fucking glasses
fodder
and
to
tracksuit.
fodder.
Yeah, a
He went
complete.
and now.
But
Here
got a
we
movie
are.
coming out this year, so we might
think-
see some different shit. So
No, but see,
like,
but
they
here
didn't-
we are now.
They
with
didn't
that
say it
day
in the show. He should be more powerful than he
Exactly.
should be. But
Yeah.
20 years later.
Here
So
we are
much
in
more
this-
powerful.
no, Here we are in this day and age
Oh, I forgot
where
about
fucking it's gotten to the point where they fucking hype Goku up so
I
fucking
hated
much
Super.
that if you try to have any kind of debate about it with anybody,
It was fine.
it automatically
Yeah,
comes down to
we're not
you
talking
can't
about
be
power.
Goku.
Yeah, we're not talking about
20
parallels.
Goku. 20
Alright,
Goku.
I knew we were gonna get way too
Yeah.
far.
Alright,
with
yeah,
Super.
let's
Like I
go.
said,
Yeah, so my number 2.
Alright,
your number
what
two.
was
Yeah,
yours?
my number 2. One Punch Man. Yo, One Punch! One Punch Man is my my favorite series. Is
if it don't come out this year, we're done with it.
I don't care what anybody says about the second season of One Punch Man. One Punch Man second season is one of my favorite
I love
fucking
it.
It was better than the first season. What do
Yo,
you mean?
this man
better.
Goro is
I love
one
that,
of the best protagonists anybody has ever seen.
I won't say it's
Slow down,
better,
slow down.
but at the
I
same
don't know
time,
about
I'm
that.
not going to say that it's not as bad.
It's really good.
It's
I
good
don't
as
know about
fuck,
it.
just
The
not on the same
animation in
level.
one's better, which is what.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not talking
Yeah,
about
the story
animation. The actual
in
story
season
itself.
2 is
But
so much
animation-
When you
better.
introduced the Garo,
Animation
Garo was
plays a
fucking
role.
crazy.
Garo
Animation
is a-
plays a role in what
Garo
happens.
is literally
Every
the
single
protagonist
nigga
of
in that
second
goddamn bard.
Like I said, I'm not saying it's bad in comparison to the first one, but I prefer the first one over the second
Likewise.
season.
No.
They're both dope as shit. It's just
First
that
season
I
I
can
has
literally
no
just,
rewatchability.
I can watch.
I mean,
all
the
of it.
first season had Jones getting his ass beat plenty of times.
First
the second
season has
only had like once.
rewatchability.
yeah.
I can
No,
rewatch
second
first
season has
more.
way more rewatchability.
I just want to say, because it released around the same time.
Bro, we see this man King, and you see his actual ability. It's nothing.
It's that.
His ability is Saitama.
yeah,
Like,
he's
I'm
only
supposed to
famous
say-
for taking over all dudes.
he's only there because someone else
came.
came.
I was supposed to say I was technically put on my list that released around the same time. Mob Psycho 100.
No, actually, it was on my list. I took it off.
I'm sorry.
I'm
That's
really
a really good fucking anime.
Yeah,
It is.
see right there, it was Mob Psycho.
All right.
I really,
Alright,
I wanted
Alright, yeah,
Mob
let's
Psycho.
We've been here a minute. Let's try to see
Bob
this
is
guy.
that dude.
2.
Alright, my number 2 is Neon Genesis Evangelion.
All right, I'm gonna stop him right there. 'Cause, my number 2 is also Neon Genesis.
Hey, let's go.
We're
Let's
both
emotionally damaged people.
Yes, we are.
I mean, to be fair, most of your list has been the very emotional.
No, I felt like
Yeah.
Chris's
Honestly,
list
me
has
and
been-
Bonnie's list of just to crush your fucking
If
spirit.
it's not fucking up your fucking mindset, it's some off the wall, reckless, random shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So honestly, it is what it is. But yeah, no. I gotta go with Neon Genesis Evangelion for me, mainly because one, when I first started watching the anime, I actually started with the Rebuild series.
What?
Yeah, because I was stationed
You
overseas.
didn't start with the original?
No, it's actually over around. I started with the Rebuild series. I saw the first one. I was like, I love this. And then I saw the actual original series.
Oh, dude, I started with the original series. I mean, there's nothing quite like getting through the whole series just to hit like episode 22
Oh,
to
I know.
like 26,
Yep.
I think it was.
That's how I was
And
related.
just watching everything happen and just sitting through and watching these scenes and frames that only have like a face crying
Mm-hmm.
or going through these existential crises for 30 minutes, you know?
Yeah,
And then for the rest.
like I said, for me, it started out with the Rebuild series. I saw the first 2 or 3 movies. And
Yeah.
then I was like, cool, I gotta watch the
And
original
also to
series.
say, we got our last movie. Let's
I
go.
know. But yeah, no, I saw the original series and I got all the way to the end, saw all the bullshit, looked into it because I was like, okay, cool. Ain't no way this is how it's supposed to end with the anime. Found out the reason why is because fucking they ran out of money and all that bullshit. So when it came down to the production of it, it was just a bunch of still frames,
But still
shit like that.
maintaining,
But still maintain that
the
whole
story. That's
And-
incredible.
And then they brought out, and
That's nuts.
then I saw Ending Evangelion.
Yeah.
And I can tell you right here and now, to this day, I still listen to Konosuba Tai.
Yep.
Like it's like it's the gospel to me. I don't care. I will play that shit over and over and over. I love that song. I love Indie Evangelion.
I will say, man, about Neon Genesis, because I'm going to piggyback off this because it's my pick as well.
Yep.
It's another mind bender.
It really is.
It's one that it calls you out for the shitty parts of yourself and says, do better. It's one that says, hey,
Why can't I
character
watch
growth,
that?
character growth can happen, but you need to be careful.
Because we are flawed individuals.
Because we're flawed and we
Yeah, I mean, we're
want
all
to
flawed
grow.
individuals.
Because we're flawed and we want to grow.
But I don't need an anime to tell me that.
Sometimes you do. Sometimes you do.
Here's the thing.
No, you don't.
Like watching the shit points
I'll
it
throw
out.
up there.
Listen to your homies.
The homies don't tell me shit about my psyche, though.
Here's the thing. They can be like, oh,
They
you
say, hey, King, you got that bitch.
No, like, here's the thing. All it means, you could be uplifting all you want, but at the end of the day, if I need somebody to tell me, hey man,
It's okay
it's okay to be, it's okay to feel like shit. It's just human
And
nature.
sometimes-
Now.
Monty, I'm gonna tell you, it's okay to feel like shit, bro. Like,
It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not.
It sounds like that's what you want.
I'm leaving.
It sounds exactly what you want.
Actually, have you seen Evangelion before?
No.
Then you don't understand.
Yeah, you don't understand.
So if I watch this anime,
I would
and
let you
I
talk
come back
about
and
it.
tell you about your life,
Yes. Yes.
you'll be like, you got it.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, we're watching.
I'm being 100% sincere.
Yeah,
on this.
yes.
You have to like watch this
Because
shit.
if I come back and I'm just like, yo, y'all niggas is right now.
They're like, see, I told you.
And also, just gotta say, for the last movie, it really rounded out everything so
It
far.
brought-
Yeah, I heard the movie actually doesn't, or it fucks over the actual ending of the series.
No, it does
I'm gonna be
not.
honest,
It does, it does it a lot better than the actual original fucking.
I do.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
he's
y'all boys
out.
be easy. Have a good
Yeah,
night.
man.
homie, say it.
You too, man.
All right. Max.
All right,
take it to
Max.
your number
Yo,
one.
number one.
We're down to the ones, baby.
Yo, let's get this.
I know for a fact that this is probably a
It's you.
1 for at least one other person here. I got One
Also,
Piece.
highlighter.
All right, One Piece.
One Piece.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Hey, that's mine too.
I just wanna-
Hey, let's go.
I just want to say,
Hey, hands down.
Oda's the best fucking mangaka of our lifetime.
Yo, best manga.
It is just in general a fantastic anime.
Yo, it has the best world building,
Mhm.
some of the best character development.
I
It
don't
has
know about
some of the it has
some of the best character
So-
Yeah,
development.
some of the best character
It's not
development.
top by far, but
with a fair amount of anime that have gone over like a couple hundred of episodes, and that you gotta watch like hours and hours too.
yeah.
One Piece is the only one that I've watched over 600 episodes for like more than a few months at a time, all throughout, all at once, all day for a long ass time. It's the only
Okay,
anime
okay.
I've done that ever. So
It hits
Yeah,
your
everybody
spot.
says how
It
about
scratches that itch, bro. It's
Yeah.
anime to a T.
everybody
Yeah.
talks about how long One Piece is, and how about getting into it? You don't even have to get far to really get into One Piece.
There are arcs that are hard to get through. There
yeah,
are
yeah.
arcs that are hard to get through, and that's the case for a lot of.
Yeah, that's literally any series though.
And
But
that's
like,
just
yeah,
a-
once you get into the Fishman Island, you know,
Then-
once you
then
get,
it's all
once you,
gravy.
yeah, once
That's
you're
all
into
gravy.
Fishman
I
Island,
promise.
you're pretty much locked. That's
Honestly,
a lot,
a little
bro.
bit before Fishman Island, but like
I would say also the Bratier arc
Yeah.
or the little Bratier arc, but yeah, because I would say the skip
Thriller
over,
Bark happened before Fishman.
No,
No.
no, it was
Yeah,
way after.
no, it
yeah,
did.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah, no, I'm
Thriller
talking
Bark
about
happened before.
no, sir. Again, you're talking to the One Piece Chad here. Like, no.
Imagine
Call yourself a
describing-
Chad.
Yeah,
The
no.
One Piece Chad. Get it right.
They went to Thriller Bark before they went to Fishman Islands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Luffy didn't fucking punch the fuck out of the Celestial Dragon until after they did the.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh, you said Fishman Island. Oh, I was talking about
Yes.
Fishman Park.
No, not
Fishman Park.
Not
No,
Park.
that's
Yeah.
Arlong Park.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not Park.
Yeah.
We said Thriller Bark happened before Fishman Island.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
I've been drinking.
That's fair.
No excuse.
Absolutely.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, I say, I'm not tripping on that. I was like, as soon as you hit Thriller
Yeah,
Bark,
I was
Thriller
literally,
Bark's
I was
niche.
still thinking about Romance Dawn, about
Thriller
Arlong
Bark's
Park.
definitely niche, but it's honestly that's the start for me. That was just like, all right, it's all gravy from here.
No, see, after I got past Skypiea,
Okay.
Skypiea.
Skypiea was the only one that I did not feel like watching.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
I had
Skypiea
to
was
force
kind of
myself to
rough.
watch that
It was
one.
shit, it was kind of rough. And it definitely has some really cool moments, like Sanji with the cigarette,
Yeah.
like getting punched in the face by a nail with a fire, whatever. But then like he has a cigarette in his fucking mouth and it's just lit, and like thank you for lighting my cigarette, bro. That shit went hard. Like when yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
man, One Piece,
there's
I
so
mean,
many
there
moments.
isn't
Like
much
the
that we
nothing
can say about
happened
it.
moment is one of my favorite moments of fucking anime.
Dude,
Like nothing happened.
There's not much about
I
One
have
Piece
to-
that we can say that.
I have to show
there's
this
nothing out
to
there,
you
know?
eventually. There is a 3D print on my computer of that.
Yeah,
Nice.
I need to see that.
Yeah, I need to make it. Like, I have all the
Very nice.
plastics and I have all the
Yeah.
shit, but I need to, like, 3D print it out. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Just Zoro, just like that.
Like, literally,
Yeah.
it's like Zoro sideways. It's got, like, a platform of like,
Yeah.
destroyed rubble, and then right behind it is, like, a big statue of, like, Kuma's hand as, like, a background piece.
That's pretty
Nice.
sick.
It looks fantastic.
Also, I have Crocodile on my arm. Like, bro.
Nice.
That's it.
All right. Whose turn is it now? Steve.
Yeah, it's Steve.
Because they
Yeah.
piggyback. They piggyback to Steve. Yeah. What's your number one, bud?
Number one, again, very hard making a top 10 anime. It's
All right,
something
spit it out.
so
Yeah,
easy.
it sounded like he was about to be
You
some
love that
bullshit
so
again.
hard.
Yeah, it was about to be some
It's
bullshit
What's your
again.
number one?
Yeah, let's go.
Gurren Logan.
God, I hate it
Wait,
so much.
Gurren Lagann.
Well, actually,
I loved
It's Gurren
watching
Lagann.
every second of it, but I hated
How it ended.
how it worked. No, like just how it worked all the way
I
through.
know,
think-
I know
I
like
hate the
two
most-
people that actually love that show.
What I think
I
I,
love
hate the
it.
most is that became the standard for Studio Trigger from there on out.
Yeah,
So, like-
facts.
It's drills in space.
Mm-hmm.
I love Gurren Lagann. I
Did they do that?
It's like
love
a
it.
weird
Did they do
thing for
that
me,
new
but I feel
series
like
that just came out?
Kill it.
there's always like a section of like
Pro Man.
Yeah, with
Yeah,
the
that was
girl.
drills in space, pretty much. Yeah, ended up being drills in space.
there's always like a section of like the little kid's the main character.
Yeah.
The main character always gets like the girl or whatever the
yeah.
fuck.
Well,
Yeah.
Like most of the time in anime, that's kind of how they set it up. It's
yeah.
like,
Typically in Gurren Lagann, not
Not so
It
much.
does not
so
happen.
much.
Like that made me angry. So it was like
that movie.
like just the way they did it. It's like okay, there's the main character, there's the girl. They're probably gonna end up together.
Hold on, let's hear why.
Yeah, I do want to hear
Yeah,
why.
why
Steve
this
Yeah.
is your favorite anime. Honestly, I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Again, really hard to actually say it is because like you can't
But you
really
did.
pick.
Yeah,
Like,
but you
but
did.
but you literally did.
But you did.
I did.
Please tell us about it.
What was the reasoning why you put that as number one in this particular case?
fucking hard
You
thing to
put,
answer.
you put like 3 or 4 mechs in your top 10. I
Bro,
respect
honestly,
that.
I thought like
mechs, for one. I like mechs. I do.
Yeah.
I thought Code Geass was gonna be your number one, and then
I
I
was
heard
all
it
about
like
Code
way.
Geass for a very long time. I like it.
When I heard it was way lower, I was like, wow.
I respect
Yeah.
Gurren Lagann. It's definitely a new
No,
for
it's-
Studio Trigger to pop out and do that animation style. That was unique.
Like-
it was a cool story.
Yeah. Like again, like I loved watching it. Like it's a great show, and
Yeah,
but there's just so many parts that made me so angry with like the way they set it up.
that's fair too.
Believe in me.
Alright.
Think about it.
So
Alright,
one
so
reason
Believe
why I
in Me,
like
Believe
it
in
so
You.
much is
Shushies.
Primary reason I like it is how I got introduced to it. Like, so, Toonami, right? It's
Yeah.
the gateway to all anime. I think we should all take a moment to thank Toonami for doing its amazing deed.
Shout out our overlord Toonami.
Yes, thank you very much.
Sci-fi on occasion.
Yep.
True.
So, I caught
Shout out
this.
Tom.
I caught this thing, like, I guess my DVR recorded, like, the last 4 minutes of, like, one episode of something I was recording and caught the first, like, 2 minutes of Gurren Logan, and I was like,
Yeah.
what's the last thing? And I saw it, and I was like, whoa, I gotta stop watching here, because it seems like it's it turned to be the very last episode that I caught. Just,
Holy shit.
and I was like,
Yeah.
Holy
I saw like a
shit.
minute, and I was like, what's with,
Yeah.
this seems like watching, like, there's way too much going on for this to be the first episode or
Oh, yeah.
something. I gotta stop right here. I looked up what it was, and then watched from beginning to end Gurren Logan, and then I was like, oh my god, so glad I didn't watch any more than I already did. But
Yeah.
wow, I got set up to watch a fantastic anime from the beginning. That's part of the reason why I like it so much. It's my top. It's very up there.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I have a
But
similar
also-
story. I have
Yeah.
a similar story.
Yeah.
In my case, I came in like right at the like middle point between
Yeah.
like right before the time skip where they had like that one episode where they was like, this is the
Yeah.
making of the first half,
All right.
and then they showed the episode showing the beginning of the second half,
Okay.
and I was like, oh, this actually looks dope as shit. It was on Sci-Fi Channel, ironically enough. So I ended up watching the shit from the beginning, and I was like, okay, cool. I actually really fucked with this anime. So honestly, kind of the same scenario.
Yeah.
Only in my case, I was like right there in the middle of the time skip. So I
It's
was
like you got a really good taste of it, and then you stop because you knew if you went further, you would ruin the whole thing.
yeah,
Absolutely.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
exactly.
All right, Monty.
Alright, that's
Going for our number one. I respect that, bro.
Yeah, if you didn't say
Number one.
anything but what you said,
No, he
I already
One Piece.
Yours is
Yeah,
One Piece, right?
Yeah, I
he
back
came back. Yeah.
Okay,
pick
well
back.
then my number one is Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei,
Heard that?
or Goodbye Mr.
Mr.
Despair for
Despair.
those who
Amazing.
don't know what Japanese.
If you're depressed and think about hanging yourself sometimes, that's a series for you.
Let's get real dark
Oh
real
yes.
Yeah,
quick.
no,
So, let's get real dark real
Oh
quick.
yes.
If you see a rainbow and think that must be bullshit,
Oh, yeah.
that's a series for
Pretty
you.
much. Okay, so pretty much one of the main characters, he is like the epitome of fucking despair and depression. And another one of the main characters is the epitome of fucking joy and optimism. But at the same time, the epitome of joy and optimism is also wants to fuck shit. Like, it,
It's an annoying character dynamic.
Like,
However, there is a
when the
teacher
ultimate
that's really
despair
depressed.
meets the ultimate hope, essentially. And the shit is fucking wild. And like all the characters, like he's a teacher, and all the characters in his class represent some kind of mental illness in a sense. Like somebody has like bipolar disorder, somebody's fucking antisocial, somebody's just like a sociopath, another psychopath. Like just a whole bunch of characters on some shit. And just I don't know why. But I kept seeing it pop up on the anime website I was watching my anime on when I was like a while back, like it was like 2012, and I kept seeing it, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this. I don't know what this is. I don't care for it, whatever it is. And then I ran out of shit to watch, and then I got homesick, and then I got bored, and I was like, you know what? I keep seeing this. I'm gonna check it out, and then I heard the opening, and from that point on, it was a wrap. Like it literally stuck with me. It is by far one of my all-time favorite series of all
It's a
time.
good series.
Like my,
It's another one of those abstract.
It's
animations.
abstract
It's
as
a weird
fuck.
one. Yeah. But
it's also a comedy, but it's also a
Yeah.
satire, but
It's-
it's also a black comedy.
It's a self-deprecation comedy, like,
And-
to a T.
And there's also like a backstory to it where there's a lot of fucking shit that happens. Like it's a very interesting anime to say the least. So if you ever want to give it a shot, look up Goodbye Mr. Despair.
Make sure you're in the right headspace for it.
Make sure you're
100%.
really
Yeah,
happy.
fuck that shit.
Not in a bad
Yo,
spot.
make sure you're having a great day.
Or having an average day. I don't want to ruin your good day, but it's okay if you're just having like a middle of the road day. You can take that down a
Yo,
notch.
fuck that shit. I want all the darkness.
Don't put it on your worst day of your life.
Hi, Chris.
Unless
What's
you
number
have
one,
to
Chris?
I guess on the last one, following all this up, I could take up my list, but I could tell it right now. My number one, and it has been since I've seen it, is Mushishi, and all consecutive seasons. Mushishi follows a lone wanderer who specializes in the mystical force that is Mushi, which are these beings or energy that kind of provoke or interact with the world as it is. And they're all one-off episodes that follow a general story, very loose story. But it follows Ginkgo, a very laid-back character
who is very knowledgeable in how to deal with the Mushi, and just follows how he handles the cases that can vary from a kid that attracts lightning strikes to a kid that can see the Mushi, and they help him by making his left hand draw better than any human on the earth. It can follow a woman that has been turned into a tree and then kept alive, and how that she dies out. It's a very interesting anime, and opening and ending for all seasons are incredible. Animation's really interesting. It's beautiful, and it has that type of like floaty mysticism that, I mean, all my picks have kind of gathered around. Mushishi's like the pinnacle that I love to death. I can't suggest it enough, so please, if you're ever watching a show and you have that time to just sit back and think for a bit and not want to get depressed, watch Mushishi.
Yeah, don't follow my. Don't go down the road. Don't go down the road I got down because it's asshole and everything.
Yeah, Mushishi's amazing, man. It's great animation. It's cool. I don't even want to say monsters. It's just energy that exists. It's kind of that acceptance. So please, watch Mushishi. I can't suggest it enough.
Yo, real quick on top 3 alternates.
Oh,
you wanna-
mentions?
Honorable mentions.
Real quick.
Yeah, real quick,
Max,
everybody, Max.
So we won't go into depth with this
Yeah,
name
we
block.
know you say them. Yeah, we might rest for like 2 seconds and then keep going.
Honorable mentions.
Yeah. Top 3.
Top 3.
God, that's hard. I did not think about that.
Hurry up.
I'll
Up
go
top.
with.
Come on, please. All right, Steve,
One?
go.
No, he's going, he's going.
No. My Hero Academia.
Stop
Calm
it.
down. Like, The Devil is a Part-Timer is good too.
Nice.
I thought you already said that.
No.
No,
I thought it was part of
And-
it. Wasn't it part of this? I swear it was part
And
of this.
number 3.
yeah, it wasn't. That was before.
Somebody had
Let's
that,
go with
didn't
Toradora.
There we go, boy.
they? Okay.
I was staring at Toradora and Black Cat.
All right,
Like, which
Steve,
one's
Steve,
it?
go.
Alright, so I've already mentioned some before, but I'm going to say the ones I've mentioned before. Eden of the East, the movie series, really fucking
Oh,
good.
sorry.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
hey.
SAO.
And-
The first 2 seasons, only first 2 seasons.
Hey, yo, you
only.
mean the first 4 episodes?
Oh, trash talker is it?
Let him breathe. Let him breathe.
All right, continue. Sorry.
It's like the first 6 episodes.
Yeah, it's the first 6 episodes.
Max, I'm mad you left to his defense just to say the first 6 episodes, bro.
No, not at all. Just when they're trapped in the game and dying.
Well, I don't want to mention it now. Tokyo Ghoul. The only first 2 seasons.
Oh my!
That's it.
You said the first
I'm thinking about
Hey, you mean the first season and then like a skip and like it'll come back to I don't know what second season
Oh
is.
my god, that's so
Alright.
terrible.
I do like Tokyo Ghoul.
Hey,
Mob
I like
Psycho,
that.
alright? Yo,
Mob
Mob
Psycho.
Psycho. Yo, Naruto first half.
Okay.
Alright, Kenichi. Yo, get out of here.
Respect.
Okay. For me, Punchline,
Nice, very nice.
Konosuba,
Ha ha ha, very nice.
and
Very
Land of the
nice.
Lustrous.
I'm glad I got you onto that shit.
I'm so glad you know that shit.
Land of the Lustrous is good. For my 3 honorable mentions, Bokurano,
Yeah.
Guilty Crown,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Rascal Does Not
shit.
Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Gotta go with the good taste options.
It's a man of culture over here.
Big facts, bro. Guilty Crown's a weird one, bro. Like,
is.
No,
it's,
actually,
not
it's
good.
pretty
It's
solid.
not good by any stretch
It's
of the word,
not.
but it's visually
Yeah, the
pleasing
fact
and
that you put it in your
music's
top
amazing.
3 or 13 now?
It was
Yep.
iconic for when I found it.
Yeah.
It was good for when I found it.
Yeah.
It hit me in that weird spot where the music just hit just right. You know, if I could switch it out, it'd probably be Blood Blockade Battlefront.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, man,
Great
that's
shit.
our top 10
Yeah,
and our
top
top
10.
3 honorable mentions.
Yep.
Make sure you comment below and let us know what your top 10 is.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
even
top
your
10s.
honorable mentions. Like,
If you
we'll
want
all
to
like
talk shit
know.
about ours,
Hey,
feel free to
hey,
do so.
Yep.
I mean, not.
We'll all just know your taste is trash, but it's fine.
We'd love to hear it.
I would love to hear
sometimes.
Yep.
All right,
All right,
guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Yep, this has been
2 cooks.
And
One
one server.
Thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, notification icon down below. See you next time.